Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Cammy banished Naruto give power large harem. Before I start, please support for more amazing content, and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by Kamen writer Decade Complete and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Naruto Uzumaki was not having a good day. The reason why is because of what happened after he brought Sasuke back to the village. Flashback. Naruto was sent with Shikamaru, Neji, Choji, and Kiba to retrieve Sasuke. One by one the team was separated until there was just Naruto to face Sasuke. The Sand siblings and Lee helped the others in their fights, but Naruto had to face Sasuke alone. Naruto, wanting to keep his promise to Sakura, tried to reason with Sasuke, but he wouldn't listen to Naruto. The two teammates and friends fought each other. Of course Naruto had a disadvantage. Sasuke had more training and jutsu than Naruto because of the village and their Jonin sensei. Naruto was being worn down, and Sasuke was in his curse mark LV2. Naruto refused to give up and called on Kyuubi's chakra to even the odds. Naruto took enough of Kyuubi's chakra to create a chakra tail and a chakra outline of a fox. Sasuke charged up the Chidori, which turned black because of the curse mark. Naruto started the Rasengan with the chakra he had, making it blood red. When the two jutsus came in contact, there was a large release of energy. Sasuke shoved his hand through Naruto's chest, barely missing his heart. Naruto didn't want to kill Sasuke, so he dispelled the Rasengan and punched Sasuke in the head, knocking him out. Naruto carried the out-cold Uchiha back to the village and saw Sakura running towards them. "Hey Sakura-chan, I brought Sasuke bae slap." Sakura slapped Naruto in anger because she thought Naruto tried to kill Sasuke because he was covered in Naruto's blood. "Naruto, you monster, I wanted you to bring Sasuke-kun back alive and unharmed, not near dead," Sakura shouted. Naruto winced. Sakura had just slapped him. Naruto tried to protest and defend himself. But Sakura-chan, I brought Sasuke back." Sakura punched Naruto and kicked him in the stomachy. "You probably provoked Sasuke-kun to fight you so you could kill him. You were jealous of mine and Sasuke-kun's relationship. The rest of the village was right, you are a demon, and I hope you die under a rock. Nobody cares about you, just die somewhere and never return, you freak." Naruto felt his heart shatter. Sakura took Sasuke to the hospital to fix any injuries he had gotten. Naruto couldn't stand the pain of the Chidori, combined with the stress of the insult he got from his crush. No, make that former crush. Naruto passed out, and hoped he could rest in peace. Kakashi saw Naruto on the ground injured and quickly shoo-shined him to the hospital. The hospital. Tsunade was resting from healing the retrieval team that returned injured. Shizen and the other Mednin also helped out with the bulk of it, and the team was going to make a good recovery. Tsunade was worried about Naruto. He was like a little brother to her. Kakashi entered the hospital before Sakura, carrying Naruto. Tsunade saying, "Naruto need help," Kakashi said urgently. Tsunade, hearing this, quickly ran to Kakashi, seeing the passed-out Naruto. "Quickly, get him to emergency room." Naruto was on the stretcher to Yar, and Tsunade was questioning Kakashi on who did this, but Kakashi had no idea. He only found Naruto on the ground. Tsunade scowled as she wanted to kill the person or people that hurt, and tried to kill her little brother. An hour later. Tsunade was sitting down, breathing heavily from chakra exhaustion. Naruto was out of the danger zone and on to a recovery quickly. What bothered Tsunade is that she sent Naruto on the retrieval mission with the others. Did Naruto complete or failed the mission? Sakura burst into Tsunade's medical office. "Tsunade-sama, you have to help Sasuke-kun. He might be near death from blood loss," Sakura said frantically. Naruto definitely completed the mission, though Tsunade did do her job as a medial ninja to check Sasuke's health status. In Sasuke's hospital room, Tsunade was doing a scanning jutsu to see what injuries Sasuke got, but Sakura thought what Tsunade was doing was a healing jutsu. "Tsunade-sama, why isn't any of Sasuke-kun's wounds healing?" Tsunade was getting ticked off at Sakura. "I'm doing a scanning jutsu. I can't heal any injuries unless I know if there aren't more on the inside than outside. If I healed his cuts and bruises when he could have had internal bleeding, he would be back in the hospital with the whole village running around like chicken with their head cut off." Sakura was confused at what Tsunade said, but was still worried about Sasuke. Tsunade finished the scanning and found no broken bone, bruises, any internal injuries, or any other injury except a black eye Sasuke got, but that should heal quickly. Sasuke was still covered in blood, making Tsunade guess where it came from, but she took a sample just in case. Sakura noticed that Tsunade didn't use any medical jutsu on Sasuke. "Tsunade-sama, what are you doing? Sasuke-kun isn't healed yet." Tsunade looked at Sakura and said, "I found no injuries on the Uchiha. I have a hunch of where this blood came from." Tsunade left the room, leaving a surprised Sakura before she left. Tsunade had one of the nurse do a blood test on the sample she collected. "If that Uchiha brat was the one who hurt my little brother, there will be hell to pay," she thought. An ANBU's shoe shined in front of Tsunade. Tsunade-sama, the council requests your presence, the ANBU said before leaving. Tsunade hated those idiots. They have been trying to promote the Uchiha to Jonin just because of his Sharingan, and trying to execute or banish Naruto because of the fox sealed inside of him. Council room. The Konoha Council was in an uproar as usual, but this time it might spell out trouble for Naruto this time. I say we kill the demon and make this village pure again, one of the asshole council members said. No, we sold banish him and kill him if he sets foot in the land of fire, another council member said. There was continuous arguing until Danzo silenced everyone. No, the punishment for the Uzumaki shall be banishment for 3 years, but if he commits a crime against Konoha, he will be then ranked as a S-ranked nuke nin. Tsunade glared at Danzo. I will not allow it. He is a shinobi of Konoha and the council cannot banish Naruto without my permission. Danzo smirked heavily. Not if we use our yearly vote that overpowers your command and banishes the Uzumaki from the village. He will have 1 week until he has to leave. Tsunade scowled and tried to think of a way out for Naruto, but the council overpowered her, and she could do nothing about it. Naruto's room in the hospital. Naruto was awake for a few hours and found out he was in the hospital fully healed. And to think I thought Sakura would have accepted me, but I guess that blew up into my face. What's next? Tsunade-bachan comes in and says the council banished me for say 3 or so years. Tsunade entered the room with puffy eyes from crying. Naruto, I'm sorry, but the council has banished you for 3 years and would mark you an S-ranked criminal if you committed a crime during your banishment. Naruto was double shocked. He was banished by the council, destroying his dream for only a short time, but he was more shocked to find out that what he thought had come true. End of flashback. Naruto left Konoha before the week was up. He had left notes to everyone except to Sasuke and Sakura. Tsunade knew that Naruto was leaving early and took the notes to the others that had them. Jiraiya caught wind of this and hid a few scrolls in Naruto's bag without Naruto knowing. Those scrolls were his that was left by his father and mother, as well as a few jutsu scrolls. Naruto thought of going to Nami or Suna, maybe Snow/Spring, I forgot the Japanese name for Snow/Spring was. Before Naruto could go to any of the other nations, he heard a voice out of nowhere. I see darkness trying to attack your soul, yet your soul remains as pure as the whitest snowfall. What do you wish in your life? What are your desires? What do you wish to come true and I shall grant it? Naruto looked around and answered. I may have desires, but doesn't mean that I want them granted to me instantly. I will work hard to get to my dreams and desires myself. The voice was surprised. The young boy, no, this young man, refused to have his dreams and wishes granted immediately like others would have. I see, you are incorruptible being. There are not that many of you left. That is why you deserve the training I will give you. You see, I am Cammy, the great creator of all the other universes, as well as yours. I have seen what all the villages has done to you and the other Jinchuriki, but you haven't given into the darkness at all. I want you to be mine and Shinigami's avatar for this world, Cammy said as she floated down in a white robe and 8 wings on her back. Her hair was long and golden. Cammy's eyes were a soul-piercing blue like Naruto's. Naruto could not believe what he was seeing or hearing. Cammy down here, in person, wanting Naruto to become the avatar of Cammy and Shinigami. But why me? Isn't there anyone else who is more deserving than a demon brat like me? Naruto asked sadly, thinking he did not deserve this offer because of the fox. Cammy caressed Naruto's cheek. Because no one else is more deserving than you. You are not the fox that is sealed inside of you. You endured the pain and torture of your village could ever do, and you still smile so you can prove you're not what your village thinks you are. When your training begins, this world's time will be slower than the other worlds until they are synchronized by your return. Naruto blinked. Holy crap, I will be training in other worlds. This is an offer I can't refuse. Alright, I'll accept the offer. I want to become stronger so I can protect my friends. Cammy smiled and said. Very well then, but before you go, let me give you mine and Shinigami's blessings. Cammy gently pressed her fingers onto Naruto's forehead. Shinigami's blessing is a body bloodline called the Tenkin Chakra, a bloodline ability that makes the chakra gold and gives the wielder infinite chakra and other energies, as well as all the affinites. My blessing is what you people call a Dijitsu. This one was the precursor of all 3 Dijitsu, the Tenshugen. Its power will let you use other bloodlines, jutsu, techniques, abilities, everything you see with it. You will also no longer need hand signs for jutsus whether it's active or not. If the Tenkin Chakra and Tenshugen was used together, you can make, give, enhance, even destroy bloodlines. Energy was flowing through Cammy's hand and into Naruto, giving him the gifts he was about to get. Naruto's mind was still processing throughout the parts of limitless chakra and the eyes that can use other bloodlines and jutsu he will see. Now that the blessing were given to you, your quest for power begins at Mobius, a world of humanoid animals that can control chaos energy to protect their world from an evil man named Eggman. Eggman wants to rule Mobius, but I am sending you there to destroy him and send his soul to Shinigami for his punishment. I know you haven't killed someone, but this will be necessary. Learn how to use the chaos abilities from the other Mobians. After your mission is done, I will send you to where you're needed next. Cammy explained to Naruto, and Naruto actually understood what was happening. Cammy smirked. If I know your father, which I do, he would probably be the pervert that he is and tell you to get multiple girls for your clan. I would agree as well, and be sure to teach your kids to follow your path, the path of a protector, a hero. Naruto nodded. I will. With that, Cammy sent Naruto to Mobius in a portal. Good luck, son, you will make us proud. Now I should talk to Shinigami about that damn fox. Cammy also left in a portal like Naruto did, but went to talk to her husband, the Shinigami. Didn't see that coming, did ya? And tell him about their son Naruto. You probably didn't see that either, huh? It will be explained later. Back at Konoha. Sakura Haruno was running around, looking for Naruto to apologize from what she said. Naruto, where are you? I'm sorry for what I said. It's just that I saw all that blood made me think that it was Sasuke's. If it was your blood, then you must have gotten hurt while trying to bring Sasuke-kun back. I didn't realize that you were hurt. I don't think he'll forgive you that easily, Sakura's inner persona said. Sakura ignored her and continued her search. The Hokage's office. Tsunade was working on paperwork to try to calm herself down and ignore the fact that Naruto was banished. She had also called Ino, Shikamaru, Choji, Hinata, Kiba, the Sand sibling, Shino, Kakashi, Gai, Tenten, Lee, Niji, Kurenai, Anko, Asuma, Shizen Konohamaru, Moegi, and Idan. The said group of people entered the room. Tsunade-sama, why have you called us and where is my team? Kakashi asked. Tsunade closed her eyes, trying not to cry again. I called all here to tell you Naruto was banished from Konoha for 3 years. Everyone's eyes widened. That explains the first question and part of my second. Why isn't Sasuke and Sakura here then? Kakashi asked again. Tsunade's scowling was a bad thing, and she really was scowling bad enough to make a sign saying, I hate those two for what they did to Naruto. Tsunade answered. Sasuke tried to kill Naruto while he was going to Orochimaru. Naruto brought him back, but at a price. Sasuke used the Chidori 3 times on Naruto, 2 of them hit Naruto in the chest twice in the same spot. Eyes widened again and mostly death glared at Kakashi for letting Sasuke learn a jutsu like Kakashi's. Tsunade continued. Then when Naruto arrived to the village with a knocked-out Uchiha, Sakura saw Sasuke covered in Naruto's blood and attacked Naruto, as well as told him that no one in the village wants him and should die under a rock somewhere. Now everyone was really death glaring at Kakashi. Kakashi knew there were glares at him, but didn't do anything because he was deep in thought. Damn it, if I didn't play favorites, then none of this would have happened. I failed Obito, Sensei, and Sarutobi-sama. Tsunade handed everyone the letters Naruto made for them. They read theirs and cried at what was on there, a brief history of Naruto and his burden. The Jonin knew of course, but it was still painful. The Genin were completely shocked and thought Naruto was still what he was and not what he contained. Everyone left the office, leaving Tsunade to do paperwork. Damn council bastards, they banished a powerful shinobi because he had some damn fox sealed inside of him. Tsunade started picking up speed of the paperwork and approving or denying request and whatnot. Sasuke Uchiha promotion request, denied, and Sasuke Uchiha has to take 3 years of the Ninja Academy again without use of clan jutsu or Chidori. Uzumaki execution, denied. Uchiha marriage request, requested women are Ino Yakumana, Hinata Hyuga, Sakura Haruno, Tenten, Temari of the Desert, denied. Request for clans to teach their jutsu to Sasuke Uchiha, denied. You OLD motherfuckers. One more request that involves the Uchiha will be a permanent removal of the Uchiha's status in the shinobi program. Wow, Tsunadeheim, I never knew you were efficient at working. Jiraiya joked. Tsunade turned to the hermit. Have you found Naruto yet? Tsunade asked in a mild angry tone. Jiraiya sadly shook his head. I'm afraid not. One of my spies did see Naruto talk to some golden-haired woman, but get this, she was wearing a white and gold kimono with 8 wings sticking out of her back, real wings. He barely heard what they were talking about. All he heard was that Naruto was an incorruptible being, a quest for power, training at different places, and that's pretty much it. Tsunade was stroking her chin. Well then we'll have to find out who she is. Before Tsunade could finish, Jiraiya interrupted her. None of my spies would be able to find her anyway, she left in some light protest. What bugs me is that this woman offered Naruto training when she probably didn't know who he was. Tsunade was definitely worried. Naruto seemed to have vanished off the face of the earth. Tsunade sighed. She didn't know how to deal with this. We just wait until the 3 years are up. If he's not back by then, I want you to find him. Got it. Tsunade said the last part loudly. Jiraiya nodded and left the office. At Mobius, Sonic was running around, looking around for any sign of Dr. Eggman. an evil mechanical genius that want to rule the world and have limitless power, or the Chaos Emeralds, powerful gems that can protect or destroy worlds. It's also said that when all 7 Chaos Emeralds are together, a miracle happens. I guess Eggman isn't looking for the emeralds today, Sonic said as he stopped. Sonic looked at his surroundings, seeing only palm trees and grassy lands and hill. I guess I could chill here in green hills, hardly anything happens here. Sonic laid down by a nearby palm tree and took a nap. The next thing Sonic heard was a portal opening sound. Quickly opening his eyes, Sonic rushed off to where a portal opened. When Sonic arrived, he saw a blonde-haired boy in orange jump out. Said boy looked around and saw Sonic, and ran towards him. Sonic got ready in case of a fight. "Who are you?" The blonde boy smiled. "I'm Naruto Uzumaki, the future Hokage." Sonic let his guard down, feeling that Naruto wasn't here to attack him or anyone on Mobius. "Sonic's the name, speed's my game," Sonic introduced himself. -1 hour later. Naruto had explained to Sonic why he was here, surprising Sonic. "So let me nutshell it as best as I can. You were on a mission to retrieve your teammate from going to a Seminole and succeeded, but your village council banished you because they thought you were too rough on said teammate. A goddess named Cammy came down and offered you training to become stronger, and told you that you can have a harem after you got your blessings from Shinigami and Cammy." Naruto nodded and Sonic smirked his famous smile. "Well, to be honest, I have been seeing things that are unnatural." Naruto made his foxy smile at his quick acceptance of his first off-world friend. "Come on, I'll introduce you to the others. I'll get us there the easy way." Chaos Control Naruto and Sonic disappeared in a light blue flash and reappeared in front of a fox head-shaped house. Tails was working outside and noticed that Sonic just came by using Chaos Control with a blonde kid behind him. "Hey Sonic, who's the blonde kid?" Tails asked. Sonic smiled and pointed to Naruto. "Tail, meet Naruto. Naruto, this is Tails." "Oh Tails, can you call in everyone and tell them to get here ASAP, it's about something important." Tails nodded and went in the house to call their friends and allies. -30 minutes later. Amy, Cream, Rouge, Tikal, Knuckles, Shadow, Espio, Charmy, Big, Victor, and Tails were waiting in the front yard to hear why Sonic called them. "What is so important that Sonic called all of us here?" Rouge asked. The others didn't know, but Tails might have had an idea why. Sonic and Naruto arrived. The others, save Tails who met Naruto earlier, were wondering who the blonde boy was. "Guys, I would like you to meet Naruto, a ninja from another world," Sonic said. Naruto greeted everyone. Everyone now was confused, so Naruto decided to explain. "I was sent here by Cammy to train as I was chosen to be her and the Shingami's avatar. I was sent here to train and grow stronger for a goal I have, and I have to follow the missions Kami-sama and or Shingami-sama give me, like train to use the chaos energies here and send Eggman's soul to Shinigami for his internal punishment." Now everyone who didn't meet Naruto at first got it. Naruto hoped that the Mobians can understand his situation from his world. "I also have another thing to tell you, and I hope you don't treat me like my village does to me except for a few I can trust." Sonic and the others listened to what Naruto was about to explain. 12 years ago, a demon fox called the Kyubi no Kitsune, a 9-tailed fox, attacked my village. The 4th Hokage, the leader at that time, couldn't let the fox destroy the village. No man could kill a demon like that fox, so he sealed it in a newborn baby. Naruto said, shocking everyone silent until Shadow said something. "The fox is sealed inside you, wasn't it?" Shadow asked. Naruto nodded and continued to explain how he was treated. The girls were crying at the cruelty of an arrogant and idiotic village did to an innocent child. Shadow was thinking of ways to waste the village. Knuckles wanted to punch the villagers that harmed Naruto to death. Sonic and the others were disgusted by the Leaf villagers. Shadow walked up to Naruto and said, "You and me have a similar tragic past. You and I were feared and hated for something we couldn't control or had no knowledge of. I lost Maria on the Ark a long time ago. You lost your parents when you were born." Shadow held out his hand. "But we will help each other become stronger." Naruto took Shadow's hand and shook it. Over the few weeks, Naruto was trained in multiple things that Sonic and his friends specialized in. Sonic and Shadow helped Naruto's speed increase to a point at their hedgehog speed. Ruff trained Naruto in super stealth and theft tactics. Tails and Naruto worked on gadgets and reading about technology. Knuckles and Shadow made Naruto work out to increase his strength to their level. Cream and her mother, Vanilla, changed Naruto's eating habits. He still likes ramen, but likes other foods too. And after years of malnourishment, when Naruto ate healthier, his body started growing, now being at least 6 inches taller than Sasuke. Amy taught Naruto how to track someone easily, due to Amy chasing Sonic around for a long time. How else did she find Sonic in places where Noon thought to look for? Espio worked with Naruto about information gathering and hacking computers. Victor and Charmy taught Naruto detective skills. Big and Naruto often fish. Knuckles taught Naruto how to glide. Tikal was telling Naruto about the history of the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald. Finally, Naruto learned how to use Chaos energy and abilities with Shadow, Sonic, and Knuckles. Shadow also taught Naruto how to make and use weapons and other objects out of Chaos energy as well. Well, Naruto, you learn pretty fast. I'm surprised that your Shadow clones can send back information when dispelled, making your training easier. Shadow said. Naruto agreed. Yes, but I have to destroy Eggman. It's the only way I can continue, but I will miss you guys. Shadow smirked. We'll miss you too, buddy. Take care and be careful. I'm also glad that we got you out of that horrible orange track suit. It was true, Naruto was wearing a light blue t-shirt, black vest with red flames, red jeans with gold flames at the bottom of the legs, and shoes like Shadow has. He also had white fingerless gloves with ring bands like Shadow as well. Naruto lost all baby fat he had left, and his whisker marks were still there but less noticeable. Naruto nodded and leaped off to complete his first mission as the avatar of Cammy and Shinigami. Inside Eggman's base, Dr. Eggman was frustrated and furious. Why? Because weeks ago, a portal opened up, and what caused it had to have a lot of energy if it was enough to nearly crash Eggman's power scanner. Not only that, but he couldn't find who or what came through the portal. Dr. Eggman, sir, we have a situation. One of Eggman's bots shouted out. This one was tall, skinny, and pale yellow color. The other was shorter, rounder, and gray. Eggman slapped his forehead. What is it this time? Sonic or Shadow is attacking the base? The robots shook their heads. No, sir, it seems that a human boy is destroying the base to flush you out for some reason, the gray robot said. Eggman was intrigued. It's been a long time since any other human besides him came to Mobius. Put him on screen. A big screen lit up and showed Naruto smashing robot, ripping turrets apart, destroying all of Eggman's weapons and ships. This brat is going to be a big pain. Get me the egg breaker. The two robots quickly left to get Eggman's giant robot. Outside of Eggman's base, Naruto finished destroying one section of Eggman's base and started to head to another section. So you little brat, you think you could destroy my base, did you? A sort of gruff and know-it-all voice said. Naruto turned to see a fat bald man with a bushy and untamed mustache, wearing a red jacket with black pants with white and black boots. The man was also wearing white gloves. I'm assuming that you're Eggman, Naruto said. Eggman laughed like he was evil and crazy. That's right, brat, and you'll pay for destroying my base. Then Eggman got in his famous Eggmobile and attached it to a giant red and blue robot with a spiked ball replacing its right hand. Ha, you're so weak you have machines fight for you. Naruto taunting Eggman. Eggman's face became red with anger, as he was going to start throwing a fit like a child. That's it, brat, you die? Eggman shouted as the egg breaker tried to slam the spiked ball on Naruto, but missed when Naruto got behind it at the same speed the hedgehogs would go. Naruto took this opportunity to kick the back of the robot and leave a massive dent. You brat, stay still. Eggman yelled. He continued to throw a fit. Eggman was throwing crushing punches with the spiked ball arm, and fired missiles, giant steel balls, and bullets. No matter what, Eggman couldn't even land a single hit on the boy. Eggman called for his Eggman bots, but they were quickly destroyed, and the egg crusher got a few more dents and lost both of its arms. Why wouldn't you let me destroy you? I am the future ruler of Mobius, Eggman ranted. Naruto smirked. Then what fun would that be, fatso? By the way, Naruto created a missile launcher and aimed it at Eggman. You have a punishment to the Shinigami, due to your evil deeds, so I have to destroy you. Naruto launched the missiles and Eggman. After the missiles came into contact with the robot, they exploded and the egg crusher was completely destroyed, but Eggman used the escape pod, but was affected by the explosion. Most of Eggman's clothing was ripped and torn. He also had burns on his legs, stomachy, and hands. PPP please, HHHH have mercy, Eggman begged. Naruto scowled at the pitiful sight. You, who shows no mercy, now pleads for it. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. I know this line was from Transformers the movie from the 1980s, but that was a cool line, Naruto said, and he focused Chaos energy into his right hand. Chaos sphere. Naruto threw the ball of energy at Eggman, destroying him instantly. Eggman was nothing but ashes now. Naruto felt a little bit of guilt of taking another's life, but he knew it was necessary to save Mobius. Naruto started heading back to the others and tell them what happened. Later, all of Mobius was celebrating the permanent defeat of Eggman. They were free from any threats of Eggman forever. Sonic and Amy were dancing in the dancing square, Tails and Cream were playing games and eating sweets, Knuckles and Rouge were arguing about the Master Emerald. Shadow was looking up in the night sky. Big was celebrating in his own way by fishing. The Cadix detective team were talking about any future cases they might have. Naruto was also having fun at the celebration, as he was treated like he should have been at Konoha, a hero. Sonic and the others were treated like heroes too, But Naruto was the one who defeated Eggman to where he would never attack any of the inhabitants ever again. Next morning, Naruto was saying his farewells with his friends. So long, Naruto Sonic. Bye Naruto Amy and Cream. Chow Cheese Creams Chow. Later Tiger Rouge. Stay strong kid. Knuckles. Goodbye. Shadow. Hope to see you soon Espio, Charmy, Victor. Be careful Tails. Don't give up Tikal. Naruto nodded. Goodbye, I'll try to visit when I can. Just make sure that nothing bad happens, that goes mainly to you Knuckles. Naruto said. Hey Knuckles shouted as the others laughed. Cammy appeared to congratulate Naruto. Well done Naruto, you saved the future of Mobius. I think these will come in handy for the future. Cammy said, and waved her hand. The Chaos Emeralds and Master Emeralds started to glow and float into the air. What was unexpected was that the emeralds were cloned. These emeralds will be slightly weaker if not as strong as the originals. Use them wisely. Cammy explained to Naruto before disappearing. Naruto saw the same portal that brought him to Mobius. Waving goodbye, Naruto jumped into the portal for his next adventure. In a mindscape. A monk, in a blue robe vest over his white robe shirt and was wearing black robe pants, was meditating until he was in the landscape he is in now. Okay Master Feng, I need to explain something to you. The newly named Master Feng opened his eyes to see Grand Master Dashi standing in front of him. Feng stood up and bowed. Grand Master Dashi, it is an honor, Feng said. Dashi nodded and a golden-haired woman walked towards them. Good, you're both here. Dashi and I are here to explain that you're going to help train another kid, the only thing is that he is the Kyuubi's container. The woman said. Feng had heard about the legends of the fox but thought it was banished from certain worlds. Dashi smirked. This boy is very special, he is incorruptible because of his will and morals, not to mention his drive to prove that he is not the fox. Everyone knew of the fate of Jinchuriki, the pain of loneliness and hate. I ask why now? Feng asked. Cammy smiled. Because he wants power to protect those he cares about. That is why he is getting this training in power, though he will be pestered by his village's council and an spoiled Uchiha brat to teach said spoiled brat the abilities and powers he has. Not to mention that he has eyes that the Uchiha will want until try to steal or achieve them for revenge. Revenge against his brother. The two monks shuddered at that. A spoiled younger brother wanting power to kill his older brother out of revenge is not a good thing. I'll be able to take him in for training but the other young dragons might not trust him, with the Shingon Wu hunting and fighting the evil Hale-in forces. Feng said as Dashi nodded in agreement. Cammy laughed a little. Yeah, but this boy is able to make friends with anyone and bring out the good in them. I swear he is so good at it that it could be a bloodline limit. All three of them were laughing at the joke. Xiaolin Temple. Master Feng got up and left the meditation chamber to get ready for Naruto's arrival. Master Feng, why are you setting up a new room? Are we getting another monk in training? Omi asked. Master Feng answered the question. Yes, we are getting a new guest here for training. Omi cheered as another person was coming, giving Omi a chance to make another friend. The other three young monks entered the room after hearing Omi's cheering. Omi, calm down little partner, what's got you in such a happy mood? Clay asked the little monk. Omi explained that someone was coming to the temple for training, but the three other monks were suspicious that someone was coming to the temple after Jack Spicer stole most of their Shingon Wu when they were distracted from the chameleon bot that Spicer made. I don't know, it seems too convenient. Not only that, we hardly have any Shingon Wu left, Raimundo said. Clay was thinking it could be possible. Omi was not sure if the new kid was a good thing since Raimundo brought up the fact that Jack used a robot that looked like Kimiko. Kimiko said. Maybe we shouldn't jump to any conclusions yet. Besides, this new kid probably wanted to be like Jackie-chan or something. The other guys thought that would be possible. The four chosen dragons heard their master call for them. Heading to the garden, Master Feng was waiting patiently, and the four dragons in training ran out to the garden wondering why he called for them. Before the four young monks could ask, a portal of light opened. Omi, Raimundo, Clay, and Kimiko got into their fighting stances in case of any enemy attack. Master Feng only stood still and watched the portal. A blond boy in a black vest with red flames over a light blue t-shirt, red jeans with gold flames at the bottom of the pant legs. He had white fingerless gloves with a red grip tongue sticking out of gold rings on his wrist, the same gold ring around his ankles with the same grip tongue. His shoes were different than anyone ever saw, they looked like they were made of metal and were like hover skates. No duh. Before anyone could make any sudden moves, Master Feng bowed and welcomed Naruto. Pleased to meet you Naruto, Cammy and Grand Master Dashi have told me about your arrival. Naruto nodded, and the young monks were confused and shocked. Whoa, you're telling me that this kid is the new guy training here? Raimundo asked rather loudly and rudely, earning him a hard punch on the arm from Kimiko. Girl, you still hit hard. Raimundo was rubbing his arm. Omi walked up and bowed. It is an honor to meet you, Naruto. I certainly hope you enjoy your stay at the Xiaolin Temple. Omi greeted. Omi, Kimiko, and Clay introduced themselves. My name is Omi, these are my friends Clay, howdy the cowboy said. Kimiko hello, said the technological Japanese girl. And finally Raimundo only death glared at Naruto. Master Feng shook his head because of Raimundo's behavior. The monks and Naruto started training and explaining what the Shingon Wu were to Naruto. Naruto noticed that some of the Wu were similar to Jutsu back in his home world. So how many Wu do you guys have? Asked Naruto. Omi sighed. Only one. Jack Spicer stole the rest of the Shingon Wu while he distracted us with a fake Kimiko. Naruto nodded. Jack Spicer sounded like a real trouble or pain in the ass. Kimiko told Naruto about who Jack Spicer was. Jack Spicer is an evil wannabe bent on world conquest, and builds tons of robots to do his dirty work for him. His bots are weak but annoying when in huge numbers. Also, Jack isn't a fighter and can get kicked around easily. Naruto's sweat dropped. Spicer had to be the most weakest and most annoying person ever, even more annoying than Naruto's emotional mask before he took it off. We got a live one. A small, legless dragon named Dojo shouted. The Ring of the Nine Dragons is going active. We better find it before Jack and Ouya does. Dojo grew bigger and looked more like a Chinese dragon. Kimiko, Raimundo, Clay, and Omi got on Dojo. Naruto tried to get on but Raimundo stopped him. Sorry, only those with experience can go. Raimundo taunted. Kimiko, Omi, and Clay glared at Raimundo. Raimundo, that is most unhonorable to say. Omi said. Kimiko and Clay agreed. Naruto jumped on anyway and Dojo took off. Jack Spicer's lair. Jack Ouya, a 1,500-year-old ghost, yelled. Jack screamed like a girl when he was snuck up on. Don't do that, now what is? I was working on something important. Jack whined. Ouya growled in frustration of having a wannabe of an evil genius as a lackey. I felt something powerful enter this world. I don't know what it is, but it's strong enough to easily wipe out those Xiaolin warriors. Jack shrugged his shoulders. I don't see why it has to do with me. The evil redhead said. Ouya slapped her forehead. You fool, if the monks get their hands on this power, there would be no stopping them. Now find whatever caused that power surge. Ouya yelled threateningly. Jack went to work on finding the power source Ouya felt, while grumbling about ghost hags. Ouya's eyes began to glow from the new activating Shingon Wu. Jack, find the power surge later, a new Shingon Wu is activating. The Ring of the Nine Dragons, it has the power to make one person into 9. Jack got into his evil jet he made and left to find it. In an old dungeon. The monks and Naruto were searching for the ring before Jack and Ouya. While following Dojo, Kimiko asked Naruto a few questions that were on the minds of the monks. Naruto, where are you from exactly? Naruto knew that they would ask questions like this and decided to answer truthfully. I'm from Konoha, or in English terms the village hidden in the leaves. Omi was curious about this village and asked about it. How come I never heard of the village hidden in the leaves? Naruto rubbed the back of his head. Well, for one thing, it's a hidden ninja village, so not a lot of people would know about it, and another reason is that is in an alternate world. The monks weren't shocked or surprised. If a 1,500-year-old ghost of a Halen which was around trying to gather hundreds of magical artifacts that had strange power, then that was possible. So I reckon that you're trainin' for something important? Clay asked in his southern accent. Naruto nodded. Yeah, not only that, but I'm proving the village that I'm not what they think I am. Before you asked, my village thinks of me as a bad omen because I was born during an attack from the Kyubi no Kitsune. Dojo shiver, not because of the Wu is close, but because of the name of the fox demon. I remember that fox, he was worse than Ouya, and if something is worse than Ouya it's trouble the monk sculpt. There was a demon fox that was way worse and possibly stronger than her. Naruto nodded. Yeah, but the fox was sealed away by the fourth Hokage, but at the cost of his life. I wasn't really a well-liked person, but I made a few friends over time. One person I thought was almost like a brother to me, but that changed during a mission. Omi, Dojo, Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay were confused at the last part. How did that change, might I ask? Omi asked. Naruto nodded. My teammate Sasuke Uchiha is from a clan that has eye ability that allows them to see and copy techniques, but there is an extent. The Sharingan, the eye ability that Sasuke has, cannot copy family or clan techniques because of clan protection seals and his inability to use them. He also can't copy taijutsu if he can't keep up with it physically. But that really isn't explaining why it changed. The Uchiha tried to kill me when I was retrieving him from defecting to a traitor of my village. Omi was in awe at that ability. Those eyes must be powerful to be able to copy other techniques. Do all of your villagers have this power or don't they? Naruto chuckled a little. Well, no. Sasuke is the only, other than his older brother, who has it in his village. Sasuke's parents and clan also had it, but were killed by Sasuke's older brother. Now the monks and the little dragon was shocked. A person killed off his own clan, but didn't kill his brother. Well, why didn't he kill Sasuke if he killed the rest of his clan? Kimiko asked. Naruto shook his head. I'm not really sure, but other than the Uchihas, there are the Hyugas that have their Byakugan, which can see through solid objects and see to a length of 50 meters and has 359-degree vision. The 1 degree off is because of a blind spot. No one ever thought that it could be possible to see nearly 360 degrees around them. Naruto continued. There are other clans that can do other things like control shadows to bind and or kill the enemy, to enter their mind and control them or make them brain dead. Another can increase their size for better combat attacks. There's even 2 clans that can use bugs and dogs with techniques in combat, but never mess with the bug-using clan, they will drain your energy away because they eat it. All of them sweat dropped and shivered at that last clan, using bugs to fight that can eat energy, scary. The group continued for the ring until Dojo stopped. I remember Dashi stopping here and pushed that brick over there. Clay pushed the brick that Dojo pointed to and looked at Dojo again. And then what? Omi asked. Dojo rubbed his chin trying to remember. Hey, he's a 1,500-year-old dragon. Do you think he can remember everything that happened a long time ago? He said. Dojo finally answered. As in, I understand? Raimundo asked. Then a trap door opened underneath the group's feet. They screamed. Yeah, like that. Dojo finally remembered. Omi saw a hole in the wall that looked like a passage, and asked Clay for rope. Omi made it in the passage and Clay and Raimundo was on the rope, gripping it tight. Where's Kimiko? Raimundo asked. Clay looked down to see that the rest of the rope hand knew to hold on to it. Oh boy, that doesn't look good. Clay stopped when he saw a blushing Kimiko in Naruto's arms, and Naruto walking up on the wall, defying gravity like the Jetbutsu would do. Oh come on, you can defy gravity too? What's next, you can walk on water? Raimundo complained. Naruto smiled. Well, I can walk up walls, trees, and mountains, as well as walk on water, lava/magma, and other liquid and liquid-like surfaces. When they heard that he can walk on lava/magma, they thought he was insane. How can you walk on lava? Shouta burned ya into ashes. Clay asked. Naruto scratched the back of his head at that memory and explained. Flashback no jutsu. Shadow decided to help Naruto train in one of his sub-element affinities. Naruto, today we'll be working on one affinity that you have, magma. I want you to walk and swim in the volcano here, and to motivate you, I'll chase you while shooting at you with this Gantling gun, Shadow said as he held up the gun he was going to use. Naruto was sweating, and started running with Shadow on his tail shooting at Naruto. Naruto had no choice but to jump in. Sonic and the others arrived and saw Naruto completely jump in the lava. Shadow, Sonic yelled. Are you freaking insane? Oh wait, you are already. Shadow threatened Sonic after that comment. Take that back or you're going in after him. Before any more arguments could continue, everyone saw Naruto doing the backstroke in the lava. Hey Shadow, look like you were right. Heck, I can breathe under lava too and magma. This is awesome. Naruto proclaimed as Sonic stared in disbelief, Shadow smirking as he did something right since he hated being wrong. The others just jaw-dropped at the sight. End flashback no jutsu. Kimiko was laughing on the ground. Clay was rubbing his head in confusion because of what Naruto told everyone. Omi's and Dojo's jaw was on the ground. Raimundo was twitching his eye. Naruto even chuckled at the memories. Anyway, let's find that ring. The group entered a big room and found a black ring with gold markings. After the monks left, Jack and Wuya came into the room where the ring was but found it was gone. Wuya yelled in anger because of Jack's incompetence. Xiaolin Temple. Master Feng was meditating but broke out when he heard our group of monks and Naruto return. Master Feng, we have retrieved the ring of the 9 dragons, allow me to show you. Omi said proudly. Omi started to put the ring on his fingers. Ring of the 9. Master Feng swiftly took the wu away from Omi. I'm sorry Omi, but this Shingon Wu is too powerful for a young monk to use. Master Feng left to put away the new Shingon Wu, though Naruto wanted to know what the ring of the 9 dragons did. What does the ring do anyway? Naruto asked. Dojo started explaining. The ring of the 9 dragons can divide the wearer into 9 of the same person. Naruto rose an eyebrow. Only 9? Let me guess, it also divides your skill, speed, strength, wisdom, intelligence, and other abilities by the number you divide by, right? Dojo nodded. Omi blinked. He almost divided himself into 9 Omis. Naruto laughed. Well, I guess only the person who practiced with it can master it and ought to not lose a lot of power. I have a technique similar to the ring, only it's better and doesn't involve dividing important aspects. Master Feng returned and heard that. I see, may you demonstrate this technique? Naruto nodded and a big poof of smoke appeared. When the smoke dissipated, 50 Narutos were seen. Omi's, Kimiko's, Dojo's, Clay's, and Raimundo's eyes were as big as basketballs and their jaws were literally on the ground. Master Feng was impressed about the technice. I see. I presume that some of the Shingon Wu match your abilities from your home world, I presume. Naruto nodded. Yeah, if there is a teleporting Shingon Wu, people might think you learned the Hiraishin no Jutsu, the technice of the 4th Hokage, who was also known as Konoha's Yellow Flash because the Hiraishin causes a yellow flash. Well, there was one Shingon Wu that Jack can't get. The Golden Tiger Claws is a teleporting Wu, but Omi sent it to the center of the earth so no one could get their hands on it. Kimiko said. Omi looked down on the ground. Clay remembered something from their Shingon Wu hunt earlier. Didn't y'all say you could swim and breath in lava and magma? You could easily get that Wu without Jack causing trouble. Master Feng now was thrown out of a loop. You can survive in molten rock? He asked. Naruto rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. Yeah, let's just say I had a statistic teacher who thought that might be possible due to my affinity for all elements and sub-elements. Apparently it is possible for me to survive in such harsh conditions that no other human can survive, possibly another ability of my Tenkin chakra. Naruto then explained all about his 2 bloodline, the most powerful and first ones ever to exist before it caused new ones to be created. The Dijitsu, body bloodlines, and elemental bloodline were also explained. What Naruto had was purely a combination of the 3 sort of, a dojutsu and a combo body and elemental bloodline. The dragons in training, Master Feng, and Dojo were surprised that Naruto was given the most powerful of all bloodlines and could easily destroy other bloodlines, as well as make, give, and enhance bloodlines. After the mind-boggling explanation, everyone went to sleep, well except Omi. After he confirmed that everyone was asleep, he snuck off to get the ring of the 9 dragons. I do not want to be overcome by the power of the ring, so 3 Omis should do. Omi put the ring on and activated it. Ring of the 9 dragons. The 1 Omi became 3 from the ring. I will practice my tiger strike, Omi 1 said. Omi 2 replied. I'll play games. The 3 heard grumbling. Omi 3 said. I will quiet our rumbling stomachs. During the whole night the first Omi was trying to do the tiger strike, but appeared off balance. The second Omi was playing a handheld game, but he never got past level 1. What is he for? Finally the third Omi was eating cookie dough, and apparently had no self-control. The sun was just starting to rise and the 3 Omis met back up. They explained what happened during the night. Omi Master Feng's voice echoed in the room. The Omis panicked and quickly brought the rings together, making 1 Omi again. Master walked into the room and saw Omi. Do you know what happened in the kitchen? No, that's probably not what was said in the series. Omi shook his head. No, Master Feng, I was just outside practicing my tiger strike. Master Feng nodded and left. Later. Everyone was doing their usual thing, except Naruto was talking to Kimiko about different things. Dojo quickly slithered in a frantic yell. A new Wu just went active. The Falcon's Eye, it lets you see through solid objects. Everyone nodded as Dojo grew again and took off with the monks and Naruto. In some mountains. Dojo landed, but unfortunately he hit his head, making him unable to track the Falcon's Eye. The group had to split up, but Naruto made clones to ease the search load. Kimiko and Clay accepted the help of the clones. Raimundo was cocky and said he could find the Shingonwa by himself. Omi wanted to try the ring again, so he declined the help of the clones. Omi made sure he was alone. 1 Omi is not enough to search this mountain, but 5 is. Omi activated the ring again and split into 5. Now go find the thingy. The Omis were agreeing and saying that they should find the thingy for about 5 minutes. After they finally stopped and parted ways, they got distracted easily. Clay found one of the Omis playing on the bridge they were on until it broke, causing them to fall, but Clay grabbed the bridge and lassoed Omi to prevent a deadly fall. Kimiko found what she thought was the original Omi, griping his head in pain. Apparently he got brain freeze from eating the snow very fast. Raimundo found 1 Omi looking around sniffing and picking flowers. Naruto found a 4th Omi making snow angels. Our group reunited. Hey, Omi seems a little off, Raimundo said. Kimiko nodded. Yeah, I know. Raimundo was confused. How did you know? Hey was with me. Both of them looking and got surprised at seeing 2 Omis next to each other. Clay came in with a 3rd one, the 4th one was with Naruto. Why do I have the feeling he's done something he shouldn't have? Naruto asked. Dojo slithered by the other monks and Naruto. Guys, Omi just got challenged by Jack Spicer. We have to get there before, oh no. Dojo saw the other 4 Omis. Omi must have used the ring of the 9 dragons. Naruto placed his palm in his face. Great, right now Omi is as dull as a sack of hammers, and one of the sacks of hammers is challenging Jack. Everyone ran to the area where the 5th Omi was in the Falcon's Eye. As they got there, the Shaolin Showdown began. Cue the Showdown flashes. The mountain grew a snowboarding obstacle course. Omi 5 was dressed up in winter clothing and had an animal helmet, orange-red winter jacket, black snow pants, yellow boots, and purple gloves. Jack was still in his usual gothic gear. Gongwai Tenpai, Jack shouted as he took off. Omi 5 just laid on the snowboard and sled throughout the course. Anyone who watches Xiaolin Showdown should know how this turned out. 'Cause I can't type the rest for annoyances. Omi 5 was close to the Falcon's Eye, but the chance slipped when the snowboard started to go back down the finishing point and went back on the course. Kimiko, Raimundo, Naruto, Clay, Dojo, and Omi's 1 to 4 were watching the showdown, but the Omi clones were acting childish and throwing a fit. We wanna play now, we wanna play now, we wanna play now. They repeated over and over. The cliff they were on cracked and gave out, causing the 4 Omis to head towards the one in the showdown. All 5 Omis collided and got buried underneath a bunch of snow. That's gotta hurt in the morning, Naruto said. The others nodded. A glowing yellow light in the shape of Omi appeared and the original Omi popped out of the now like a daisy in springtime. Jack Spicer, it's time to take this showdown to the next level, Omi said as a square of 9 dots and rows of 3 glowed from Omi's forehead. Omi quickly got back on his snowboard and was shredding through the course. Jack Spicer was on top of the hill where the Shingongwu was and quickly grabbed it before Omi could, which also caused Omi to fly past Jack and into a rock wall. Cue ending showdown flashes. Jack was laughing manically. Haha, so long Xiaolin losers, as I, evil boy genius Jack Spicer, now has the Falcon's Eye and the Ring of the 9 Dragons, I the master of. Jack was interrupted by Naruto. The master of long-winded speeches, eat this sucker, Chaos Blast. Naruto shot a red beam of energy at Jack, causing said evil boy to scream like a little girl, no offense to any ladies reading, and flew off. Kimiko looked at Naruto. You have got to make a list of what weapons, attacks, defenses, abilities, and whatever you can use. That last attack was awesome. Clay and Dojo agreed. Omi was still bummed out about losing the showdown, but surprised at the attack Naruto used on Jack to make him run away that quickly. Back at the temple, Master Feng was lecturing Omi about the consequences of his actions, costing them the ring and the Falcon's Eye. The lecture was finished and Naruto, Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay walked to Omi. You feelin' okay, partner? Clay asked. Omi nodded. Yes, but I have been acting most irresponsible. We lost the ring and the Falcon's Eye. Naruto smirked. Well, at least Jack has the ring. The young monks were confused until they got it. Jack Spicer has the Ring of the 9 Dragons, Omi said happily, a quick turnaround of his mood. Jack's lair. 9 Jacks were running around, destroying, smashing, hanging, swinging, eating, and the list goes on, so you get the point. Jack tried out the ring when he first got back and made 9 of himself, causing the chaos that's happening right now. Jack stopped fooling around and get back to finding that power source now. We yelled at the Jacks, but they didn't listen, due to the fact that their brains are the size of a walnut right now. We growled in annoyance and left the room. We remember what happened or almost happened to Jack earlier by a blonde-haired, whisker-faced boy. Whoever this boy is, he has a lot of power. Could he be the one I sensed? The attack he used was similar to that energy earlier. Whoever this boy is, I will have him, and when I get my body back, he can be my plaything, possibly giving me powerful descendants. We cackled the rest of the way out of the hallway, going to find Catnap for help. In Konoha, Ino was working in her family shop. I don't believe it, Naruto held a secret for his whole life, no wonder he was treated badly. I thought they were trying to kill him when he did pranks, but it was because of the damn fox. Ino snapped out of her thoughts when Sakura entered the room looking worried. Ino, have you seen Naruto anywhere? Sakura asked frantically. Ino shook her head with an angry face. No, but if I did, why would I want to tell you, so you can hurt him some more? Sakura scaried. Had Ino found out what she did to Naruto? Tsunade-sama told me what you did to Naruto. Even if I didn't know where he is now, you wouldn't be able to talk to him. Ino was really glaring Sakura. But Ino, I'm trying to find him so I can apologize to him. Sakura tried to defend herself. Ino scoffed. Really then, if you did want to say sorry to Naruto, then you'll have to wait 3 years before you can. Naruto was banished because of you and Sasuke. Sakura went wide-eyed. Naruto was banished. She feared that Naruto would think she hated him during those 3 years and act cold to her. It's my fault. If I hadn't been so selfish and wanting Sasuke, then maybe he would still be here. Sakura ran home in tears and fell asleep crying. Konoha found out that Naruto was banished for 3 years. Some of them were saddened at the news, while the rest were partying like there was no tomorrow. Little did Konoha know is that Naruto was going to return stronger than ever. Chapter start. Konoha. Sasuke was just released from the hospital. He was furious that Naruto beat him at the Valley of the End. He wanted to know that jutsu Naruto beat him with and as well as where Naruto got that red chakra. Sasuke wanted that power, thinking he would become unstoppable. Some advice for the emo in this story: get over it. I'll find out who taught him that jutsu and whatever gave Naruto a chakra enhancement. Sasuke thought as he was walking to Training Ground 7 to demand Kakashi to teach him the Rasengan and how to get the red chakra Naruto had. Kakashi, who was at the training grounds on time for once, was thinking about the loss of the blonde ball of energy. Sasuke walked up to Kakashi in his demanding tone. Teach me the Dobe's Rasengan and whatever he used to get that red chakra. Kakashi looked at Sasuke and said with an eye smile, I'm sorry Sasuke, but our team is disbanded until further notice and I can't teach you the Rasengan because I don't know it. As for the red chakra, that is actually Naruto's alone as well, sort of a Kekkai Genkai. Sasuke snarled. I will have that power. When I see that Dobe, I'll demand him to teach me. Even if he refuses, I'll have the council force him to teach me. Sasuke thought, in which I might add, as he walked off. Xiaolin Temple. Naruto, Kimiko, Omi, and Clay were laughing as Naruto told them stories of his pranks. There is no way you painted mountain faces during broad daylight, in an orange jumpsuit without being noticed until you were done, Kimiko said while laughing. Naruto calmed down a little bit. I did, even though I had to clean the faces, I did paint them without getting noticed. Clay wiped a tear from his eye. That has got to be the most hilarious prank I ever heard. Omi agreed with Clay while laughing. After a while, they calmed down. Kimiko noticed that Raimundo wasn't with them. Where did Raimundo go? Kimiko asked, but no one knew where he went. As Naruto, Kimiko, Omi, and Clay were going to look for Raimundo, said Dragon of the Wind entered the room the group was in. Maybe if I can learn this, I might show that I'm better than that Naruto kid, Raimundo said while reading a scroll familiar to Naruto. Raimundo, where did you get that scroll? Naruto asked. Raimundo jumped a little as Naruto spoke, and juggled the scroll trying to catch it. Your room, it's not really fair if you hold out these elemental techniques from us, Raimundo said. Unfortunately for Raimundo, Master Feng was behind him. Raimundo, it is impolite to take another's possessions without their permission, Master Feng said. Raimundo growled. But Master Feng, he had scrolls of these techniques of our elements. Wind, earth, fire, and water, and he never even mentioned to us having them. Raimundo ranted a bit. Naruto swiped the scroll out of Rai's hand. Listen Raimundo, I know that some of my jutsu scrolls are elemental, but you really couldn't be able to use them because they use chakra, the energy of my world. If you did, then you could have learned all the wind jutsus the fastest because you're the chosen dragon of the wind, giving you extremely high affinity of wind. Naruto explained. Raimundo walked away to cool off by training, sort of like Sasuke, but he will befriend Naruto soon and not do what Sasuke did. Master Feng was massaging his head. Naruto shook his head. Raimundo is like the wind, brash, nearly impossible to tame. Winds can change, so will Raimundo's trust. I have a feeling we will become friends, Naruto said wisely, really surprising Master Feng at the comparison of Raimundo and the wind element. Yes, that is right Naruto. Winds change and shift directions and speeds. Right now, Raimundo is wild and stormy, uncontrolled and dangerous. That shows some signs of betrayal, Master Feng said in all of his wisdom. Naruto nodded and walked up to Kimiko, Clay, and Omi for some training. At the secret Akatsuki base, Itachi and Kisame arrived at the base for the meeting. Zetsu, the Akatsuki's best spy, had really important information about Naruto. Pain, leader of the Akatsuki, was the first to sit down at the meeting table. Alright, now the statue's eyes are closing for another 3 years. But that is one of the reasons we are here. It seems that Zetsu found out the Kyuubi Jinchuriki had been banished from Konoha after being sent to retrieve Itachi's younger brother. Pain said, Itachi's eyes slightly widened at the news. The Kyuubi Jinchuriki successfully returned the younger Uchiha back to Konoha. Pain continued. Itachi sighed in relief. Naruto, I owe you one. Zetsu decided to add an additional report. The Kyuubi kid was offered a quest of some kind. I didn't get to hear a lot, but the brat disappeared in a portal and disappeared. It's like he vanished off the face of the planet. The one responsible is a gold-haired woman, in a white and gold kimono with 8 real working wings sticking out of her back. She also seemed to have disappeared as well. What was odd is that I never saw someone like her before. Pain started to rub his chin. He was troubled by this. Whoever this woman is, she may prove to be a threat to our plans. Itachi was interested in this. I thank that woman for keeping Naruto from falling into this group's hands. I think he might become strong enough to beat even Pain. The others thought that Naruto must be hiding somewhere and will try to find and capture him if they get the chance. In Konoha, Hinata walked into a weapons shop to look for a weapon to torment Sakura with. Ever since Hinata found out that Sakura hurt Naruto badly, she would get revenge by attacking her but not killing her. She got some shuriken with a special launcher that shoots off 30 shuriken per minute. This should do. Sakura should be in the hospital for a while. Hinata smirked a little heavily. Hinata's normally shy and doesn't seek revenge, but this she could make an exception. Tenten and Ino wanted to join her, but Hinata told them it's better for her to do it herself and not get caught. Sakura never knew who was attacking her, but she wanted it to stop. Ino pretended to have no clue what was happening, as did Tenten. The rest of the village got sick of partying and started to become bored and feeling incomplete. At Mobius, Rouge was looking at a book she had hidden in her room of her house. In that book held multiple pictures of Naruto in heart frames. If only I were human, or if Naruto was a bat like me, then we could have had. Rouge's thoughts were interrupted by a knock on her door. Rouge quickly hid the book and ran to see who was at the door. Knuckles and Tikal were at the door. Tikal was worried about Rouge. She hadn't attempted to steal the Master Emerald after Naruto left. Knuckles, on the other hand, didn't want to come over to Rouge's place because the two of them have a history of fighting over the Master Emerald. Hello Rouge, I came over to see if you were alright. Lately you haven't attempted to steal the Master Emerald to annoy Knuckles, Tikal said. Knuckles did want to know why Rouge wasn't trying to steal the Master Emerald, but he was enjoying the quiet too much. Rouge rubbed the side of her left arm. I guess I didn't feel like stealing anything for a while. That got Knuckles' attention. Ruff didn't steal anything at all lately. He has got to find out what caused this. Rouge offered the two echidnas into her house for something to drink. As Rouge went into the kitchen with Tikal to prepare drinks, Knuckles took this as an opportunity to look around, starting in Rouge's bedroom. Knuckles opened the door quietly and around to find something that explained Rouge's behavior lately. If I were a diary or something, where would I be? Knuckles thought as he looked around. Knuckles looked under the bed, in the closets, in the bookshelves, but found nothing. Knuckles started to get agitated and punched a pillow away from the bed, that was on top of a pink book that had a heart on it with my love written in the middle of the heart. Hello, what's this? Knuckles picked up the book and started looking through it, smirking heavily when he saw that it was filled with pictures of Naruto in heart frames. This is too rich, I have got to tell the others, Knuckles said with a grin that could eat shit. Tell the others what, Knuckles? A female voice said behind Knuckles. Knuckles quickly turned his head, somehow avoiding whiplash, and saw Tikal with her arms crossed and foot tapping. Knuckles started to plead his defense. I only wanted to know why Rouge was acting strangely. This book told me why, and I am so going to tell the others Rouge's biggest secret. Tikal glared at Knuckles and said, Put the book back and you will not tell anyone about anything you saw in that book. Knuckles weighed his options, blab about the enormous crush Rouge has on Naruto, or keep it a secret from the other. I guess I should later, Knuckles said as he jumped out the window and glided to the ground before running off. Tikal cursed herself that she fell for one of Knuckles' escape trick and ran to tell Rouge what happened. To put it plain and simple, Rouge was furious and ran out the door with one hand holding Tikal's arm, while she was running near the speed of sound. Man, I swear women get superpowers when they're mad. Knuckles already had a major head start, but Rouge was catching up. Knuckles found the others at the park. Hey guys, you're not going to believe this, Knuckles yelled while waving Rouge's book. Shadow, woken up from his nap in a tree, glared at Knuckles. What? You're about to admit that your fur color is really pink? Knuckles growled at Shadow. No, my fur is naturally red and that's not why I'm here. This book holds a crush of Rouge's. Do you want to know who Rouge has a crush on? Amy gasped. Knuckles, you took Rouge's diary? That's mean, Cream was yelling in agreement. Knuckles looked at them blankly. It's not really a diary if it has no words on any of the pages. In fact, the whole book is filled with pictures of the same person. Amy and Cream calmed down. Well, maybe just a peek, Sonic said. Knuckles grinned until he heard a shout that made him pale. Knuckles, I swear if you open that book to the others, it'll kick your ass to hell and back, Rouge yelled as she was running towards the group. Knuckles quickly opened the book and threw it to Sonic. Everyone was shocked and surprised that the whole book was filled with pictures of Naruto, in heart cutout frames. Now I have seen everything. Rouge falling full-blown love with Naruto, it's a surprising thing to hear about, Tails said. Rouge glared at Knuckles with such murderous intent that it would make the Shinigami crap his pants. Knuckles, I am going to make sure that you never will have kids as long as I live. Shadow, can you get the rustiest and dullest knife you can find? Rouge said with a lot of anger and venom that made everyone, even Shadow, shudder. Shadow quickly ran off, went to find a rusty and dull knife, as well as to get away from the killer intent Rouge was giving off. In Cammy's domain. Cammy was watching Mobius in tournament. Well, maybe Rouge can be with Naruto, but I'll have to ask her if she wants to. I am able to give her a human form, I'm Cammy after all, Cammy thought. Cammy then left her domain and went to Mobius to talk to Rouge. Shinigami's domain. Shinigami was both in a good mood and bad mood. The bad mood was caused by Konoha for banishing his son and continued to kiss the Uchiha's ass. The good mood was caused by Naruto starting his training in other worlds and learning fast. He was shocked when his sensei when he was human taught Naruto the Rasengan and learned it in a week. It took Shinigami 3 years to create and master the Rasengan and didn't complete the Rasengan yet. He had a feeling that Naruto will complete it with all of his elemental affinities. Naruto, I'm sorry that I had to seal the fox in you. I found out Orochimaru was the reason that Kyuubi attacked, but I hope to make it up to you soon. Also that snake got out of getting his soul taken away from me, but he won't get that chance again. Shinigami thought while looking through his list of souls to send to either hell or heaven. At the Xiaolin Temple. The 4 monks and the ninjas were doing their chores around the temple. Of course, Naruto used the shadow clones to get his chores done quicker. He also helped the others with their chores as well, but Raimundo was being stubborn. Shingongu alert, we better get going before Jack Spicer gets it. Dojo started before growing to his larger dragon form, taking the 4 monks and Naruto in the air. In a random volcano. Dojo flew to a volcano and landed near the mouth of it. Alright, the Wu is here, Dojo said, shrinking back to his original small dragon form. Kimiko, Clay, Raimundo, Omi, and Naruto looked over the mouth and saw a small, black dragon-shaped object on the rocks near the lava. Be careful, the volcano is still AA active, Dojo said until the volcano shot up some of its lava, making the small dragon and 4 dragons of the elements run down to safety. Naruto could withstand this because of his bloodline and Shadow's sadistic training, so he stayed. Some of the rock flew in the air and landed on the slope of the volcano, some interfering with the path of the monks and small dragon. A rock the size of a bowling ball nearly hit Raimundo, but he went around it. Dojo, while slithering down to safety, ran into the rock and rolled downhill with it. Dojo! The 4 monks and Naruto yelled. You okay, lil buddy? Clay asked the groaning Dojo. I can't feel my legs, Dojo said while griping Clay's shirt. Clay picked the rock up off of Dojo. You don't have legs. Clay threw the rock aside. Dojo looked and asked. What's your point? Naruto's sweat dropped. Dojo may be a dragon and guardian of the ancient scroll of the Shingongu, but he's a wise-cracking one at that. Dojo way a shadow of the familiar evil genius wannabe. Don't worry about me, worry about him. Dojo pointed Jack Spicer. Jack Spicer, Omi said with a slight disgust. Last one in is a rotten egg roll. Ha ha ha, Jack shouted as he flew off towards the still active volcano, with some toilet paper stuck on his boot. Omi grabbed a cloth out of his bag and ran up to the top of the volcano. Omi jumped in and used the cloth to glide down. Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay did the same thing with the cloths they had and followed Omi. Naruto jumped in without anything but the clothes he wore. Naruto didn't need anything to glide with since he can glide already. Jack Spicer, prepared to meet humiliation and Omi proclaimed until he was swept away into the air. Kimiko and Raimundo was swept up as well. Jack laughed. Losers. Jack continued to look for the Wu. Above the volcano, Omi was confused at what happened. What happened? Kimiko answered Omi's question. The heat drafts are too strong and we're too light. We are, but not Clay and his Texas size, but. Raimundo added. Naruto is also down there because he's not using these cloths to glide, Omi said. Both Clay and Naruto were gliding through the flying smoke to get the Wu. Jack smirked. It looks like this round goes to Helipack Jack. Jack grabbed the Wu and was about to take off, but Clay let go one side of his cloth and grabbed Jack's legs. Howdy, you dirty snake, Clay said. Jack was ticked. Hey, let go, let go. Not until you hand over that there Shingong wa. Clay said until he was hit in the back by a cooled lava spike. Clay grabbed a rock spike that was a few feet away from the lava. Clay, you alright? Naruto asked as he landed on flat top of the spike. Yeah, I'm alright, but stop Jack from taking the Wu, Clay said. Naruto leapt off to find Jack and retrieve the Wu. Omi, Kimiko, and Raimundo let go of a corner of their gliding cloth. What did I miss? Dojo asked as he finally got to the mouth of the volcano. The 3 other monks held past Dojo, heading into the volcano to help Clay. Clay was slipping down the rock. As he was, his backpack straps were ripped and fell in the lava. As Clay's bag started to burn away, a bottle of hot sauce started to heat it up and exploded, sending Clay in the air. Hueya. Omi grabbed Clay before Clay could fall in the lava. Omi, Raimundo, and Kimiko each grabbed a corner while holding Clay and heading up the top of the volcano. Jack already flew out of the volcano, causing Naruto to run up the side of the rocky wall. The Omi, Kimiko, Clay, Raimundo, and Naruto reached the top and saw Jack flying off. But before they reached the top, they had Dojo try to stop Jack, but Dojo seemed to tremble a bit and only cough up soot and ash. A soot cloud hit the 4 monks that were riding on the heat drafts. Naruto finally reached the top. Jack was laughing at Dojo's misfortune while flying off. I can catch up to him, Naruto said as he threw a red Chaos Emerald that landed back in his hand. Omi took out a small red and yellow coin. Take this if you get into a silent showdown with Spicer. Omi tossed Naruto the coin. Naruto nodded. Thanks, now watch this. I'll guarantee that this will be cool. Chaos control. Naruto said until he jumps and a golden yellow energy made Naruto fly in a beam-like path. Jack thought he heard something and saw Naruto come at him at a great speed, slapping the Shingon Wu out of Jack's hands. Naruto cancelled the chaos control and spun around to grab the Wu, but Jack grabbed it too. Alright. I'm calling a Xiaolin showdown already, Jack said. Naruto and Jack landed on the mouth of the volcano. My Falcon's Eye against your Mantis flip coin, first one to grab this handsome dragon wins. Naruto smirk. Easy. Well then, let's go. Xiaolin showdown. Showdown flashes. Pillars of lava came up and cooled down quickly and started to crumble. Gongi Tenpai. Both Naruto and Jack said at the same time. Jack took off on his heli-pack. Naruto jumped off and landed on another crumbling pillar. As both Jack and Naruto was about to grab the black dragon-shaped Wu, they bumped into each other, and the pedestal the Wu was on fell into the lava. Falcon's Eye. Jack used the Wu he wagered to find the dragon Wu, but Naruto had another idea. I'm not letting you get the Wu, Spicer, Naruto said and dived into the lava. What the? Is he insane? Jack shouted, but when Jack saw the dragon, he also saw Naruto swimming towards the Wu, unharmed by the heat of the molten rock. Aw, crud. Jack said as Naruto grabbed the black dragon Shingon Wu, ending the showdown quickly. Showdown ending flashes and arriving at the temple. Strange, there's nothing in the ancient scroll of the Shingon Wu about a black dragon, Master Feng said. But how can that be? Could have Dojo made a mistake? Omi and Kimiko asked. Naruto rubbed his chin. There was something odd about this. No way, sister, I'm telling you the black dragon is 100% Shingon Wu, Dojo said. Have you ascertained the dragon's purpose? Master Feng asked. No, Master Feng, its power remains a mystery, Omi said. Master Feng gave the black dragon back to Omi. No matter, I am certain the black dragon's true nature will be revealed in time, Master Feng said. Great, another dragon that's useless in a fight, Raimundo said rudely and sarcastically. Kimiko giggled at this. Useless, no way. I got mad fighting skills. Back me up, Clay. Dojo nugged Clay's chin with his elbow. What's that? I'm still cleaning soot out of my ears. Later in Kimiko's room. Kimiko was looking around the internet to find out anything that links to the Black Dragon. So far she found nothing about the Black Dragon or any legends of it. The guys came to see if she found anything, but Kimiko had nothing. Omi repeated what Master Feng said. Don't worry, Kimiko, as Master Feng said. The Black Dragon's true nature will be revealed in time. Naruto had an uneasy feeling about the new Wu. He feels like something bad is going to happen. The guys left to get something to eat while Kimiko continued to look for information about the Wu. After the guys left, Kimiko picked up the dragon Wu and rubbed it with her finger. Kimiko noticed the spot she rubbed was a sapphire blue. Huh! The dragon's eyes glowed a lighter sapphire blue. Dojo was grumbling while slithering down the hall. Useless in a fight, huh? He hasn't seen me in a fight when the chips are down. I duck, I weave, I jab. Dojo's grumbling was interrupted by a scream from Kimiko's room. Dojo saw blue smoke coming out of Kimiko's room, but then was sucked in. Dojo slithered in the room with caution. KK Kimiko? Dojo asked as he entered the room scared. Dojo made his way to the chair and turned it a bit to see a sapphire Kimiko statue. Dojo screamed loudly for a while until Master Feng arrived and snapped Dojo's mouth shut. This is most disturbing. Kimiko is solid sapphire, Master Feng said. I said that. Dojo wisecracked. Well, I'll be a two-headed Texas rattler. Clay added his 2 cents. Raimundo and Naruto agreed. Do you think we can turn Kimiko back, Master Feng? Clay asked. This is the work of magic and magic can be undone in time, Master Feng said wisely. Dojo, did you find the Shingon Wu when you found Kimiko? Dojo? Omi asked around. Dojo was hiding behind a bonsai tree while comically following its shape. Clay started picking the plant up, but Dojo grabbed it and pulled it back down. No. Naruto's sweat dropped slightly. Dojo was scared because he hasn't really fought, and it can be hard to start fighting. Naruto had the same problem, but he got around it. What are you getting at, Omi? Naruto asked. Omi walked to Kimiko's desk. Our mysterious Shingon Wu is missing. Whoever did this to Kimiko also stole the Black Dragon, Omi explained. I'll gather the elder monks in the meditation hall to discuss this mystery, Master Feng said as he left. Later, Raimundo, Clay, Omi, and Naruto went on a search for the intruder like Master Feng told them as he was walking to the meditation hall. Dojo went with Clay, since Clay was a large guy. Dojo still was frightened and thought a mouse was the intruder. Raimundo was right. When it comes to a fight, I'm all soot and no sizzle. Dojo said sadly. Don't let Raimundo get you down. You got a fire inside you, wait until I come out. Dojo went watery-eyed. You think? Dojo asked. Clay nodded. Sure, and if you need any help finning your sizzle, just hit my stash of Grandpappy's Texas 10-horn sizzlin' salsa sauce, Clay said as he took out a bottle of hot sauce from his hat. Dojo started sputtering as a dragon-like figure crept up on Clay, towering both of them. What's going on there, Dojo? Clay turned around and saw the dragon figure. What in tarnation? Clay said before he was hit by the blue flames of the dragon. Dojo managed to avoid it by cusically jumping of and slithering somewhere else. Dojo slithered to Clay, or rather what was still there. Come on, Clay, let's get out of here, Dojo frantically said until he saw that Clay was solid sapphire like Kimiko. The blue smoke was sucked up by a sapphire blue dragon trough the nostrils. Dojo screamed at the sight of the dragon and tried to get away. No need for dragons to fight dragons, right buddy, sport, pal, slug gem? The dragon's eyes narrowed. Alright then. Just remember you asked for it. Dojo closed his eyes and started waving his arms and claws in front of him until he slashed the dragon, causing the blue dragon to roar in pain. The mystery dragon looked at the slash mark and back at Dojo at what appeared to look like an angry face. Dojo screamed loudly and like a scared woman, then fled before the dragon hit him with its flames. Dojo hit both Omi and Raimundo. Naruto appeared a few seconds later due to the fact he was on the other side of the temple. We heard a little girl's cry of distress. Have you encountered the intruder? Dojo jumped back and sang yes over and over again. And get this, the intruder didn't steal the dragon, the intruder is the dragon, Dojo said right in Omi's face. Raimundo, Omi, and Naruto jumped out to fight, but gasped in shock at the sight of a sapphire Clay. Is it gone? Dojo asked, peeking over a corner. Yep, as well as Clay. Naruto answered Dojo's question. How could one little black dragon do this? Raimundo asked. It's not so little anymore, it's sort of a big, blue, fire-breathing dragon, Dojo said. Omi was tapping at his chin until he came up with the answer. Soot, the dragon was covered in volcanic soot, Naruto and Raimundo said at the same time. That's why we couldn't find anything in the Shingongu scroll, it's not a black dragon at all. The two glanced at each other at the same thought. It's blue, Dojo said. Not just blue, sapphire, Omi corrected Dojo. In the scroll room. The two remaining monks in training, Naruto and Dojo, looked around the scroll until they found information on a Wu called the Sapphire Dragon. The Sapphire Dragon, the most dangerous Shingon Wu. Only to be used as a last resort. It will turn your enemy into a sapphire statue, Naruto read. And the guy next door, the old lady down the street, the kids in the playground. Raimundo continued on. Everyone, good, evil, or indifferent to Sapphire, and with each new victim, it grows more powerful. Dojo finished. We must stop it before Omi started. Before what? Raimundo asked, interrupting Omi. Before everyone on Earth is turned to Sapphire. Omi yelled, then jumped on the desk. I agree with Omi, we have to stop it before the Earth is turned into a sapphire planet, Naruto said. Meditation Hall. Master Feng, it's not a black dragon. It's a gasp, Omi started until he was shocked at what he was looking at. Raimundo and Naruto joined Omi and saw that the elder monks and Master Feng turned into sapphire. Dojo tried to wake up the sapphired elders, but Naruto stopped him. Dojo, stop. They're sapphire now. Dojo started to weep a bit. You're right, just size me up for a sapphire overcoating. The four of them heard a light sucking noise. Naruto, Omi, and Raimundo saw the sapphire dust head towards the sapphire dragon's nostrils. Oh. That was what Raimundo could only say. Naruto agreed with him. The sapphire dragon opened its mouth and shot out its sapphire-changing flames. The four unsaphired people, really 2 young monks, 1 ninja, and a 1.5-foot long dragon, ran before the flames could hit them. You think he would be grateful for rescuing him from the volcano? Raimundo whispered while hiding behind one of the sapphired elder monks. You 3 head for the door, I'm going to give the sapphire dragon a pain in the neck, Raimundo told Omi, Dojo, and Naruto before leaping up to distract the dragon. Not really a good idea when said dragon can turn ya into sapphire. Raimundo dodged a sapphire blast by using a wooden beam for support. Raimundo used his momentum to try and plant a chest kick on the dragon, but didn't really work since the dragon was made of sapphire. Raimundo landed on his back, giving the dragon the opportunity to turn Raimundo into sapphire. The sapphire dragon slithered around its victims while trying to get Omi, Naruto, and Dojo. Omi, Naruto, and Dojo started to run. With the dragon hot on their tail, Naruto and Omi stopped. What are you two doing? That thing's too powerful, Dojo said. That may be, but it is our duty to protect the temple, Omi said. Naruto and Omi got ready to fight the sapphire dragon and dodged the sapphire flames. The 9 dots on Omi's forehead glowed. Water. Omi swiftly jumped up above the sapphire dragon and bounced around the walls above, causing some support beams to break, piling on the dragon. Great ghost of Dashi Omi, you did it. Dojo congratulated Omi as the sapphire dragon's tail stopped moving. Naruto stayed on guard in case of the dragon will attack again. The sapphire dragon will trouble us no more, Omi said proudly. Dojo chuckled. This is what you get for turning on a brother, but play your cards right, I'll put in a good word for you. The pile of wood started to move, revealing 2 glowing sapphire eyes. The dragon then shot out the blue flames it usually breathes. Dojo screamed and ducked under the flames. Naruto avoided the flames as well, but Omi wasn't that lucky. Omi didn't see the flames from behind and was turned into sapphire. Ah, Omi. Not you too. Oh no, no. Dojo sobbed. Naruto turned to see where the sapphire dragon was, but it seemed to have disappeared. Oh, my best friend Omi has been frozen into a sapphire statue. Dojo continued to sob until Omi started to glow and move. That ain't so frozen, Dojo said in a slight shock. Naruto turned to see Omi was moving. Okay, that is strange, Naruto said. Naruto heard footsteps coming down the hall. The sapphire statues of all the other monks, as well as Clay, Raimundo, and Kimiko, walked down the hall. Oh come on, that's not fair, Naruto shouted. You have got to be kidding me, Dojo said, surprised as the statues walked like zombies. Naruto grabbed Dojo and ran off. Dojo was sputtering and gibbering. Okay, we're in trouble, Naruto said while running, but he ran into the sapphire clay statue. Hey guys. Remember us, Dojo and Naruto. Dojo tried to plead, but each of the 4 sapphire monks grabbed Naruto and Dojo tightly. I guess not, Naruto said as he broke free from their grip and grabbed Dojo again and escaped. The statue followed in pursuit, only to miss Naruto and Dojo when they hid in the kitchen. Dojo fit in a pan because of his snake-like form. Naruto hid upside down from the ceiling with his chakra. Of course, Dojo had to look to see if it was safe, and the rack that held the pans collapsed, making all the pans fall and clang on the floor. Shadows of the dragons in training appeared but left quickly after a few seconds. Dojo quietly got out of the pile of pans he was in and pulled out his tail, making a small, light ding. The moving statues of Clay, Kimiko, Omi, and Raimundo quickly surrounded Dojo as if they heard it. Dojo screamed and fled quickly. Naruto snuck out of the kitchen without the statues noticing him. Dojo was slithering by a corner of a random building and Naruto grabbed the small dragon and covered Dojo's mouth so he won't scream. Dojo, we need a plan. The sapphire dragon is a major threat right now. Is there a way to take down that rogue Wu? Naruto asked Dojo. Dojo shrugged. All I know is that Dashi hid the dragon in the volcano and became really covered in soot. Then it hit both of them like a ton of bricks. Soot, the sapphire dragon is weakened by soot, Naruto and Dojo said at the same time. Dojo, you're really the only one who can cover the dragon with soot again. Just find a way to exhale enough soot to do so, Naruto told Dojo. Well, maybe some of Clay's hot sauce will do the trick, but I need time to get it, Dojo said. Naruto made a plan. Dojo, go get the hot sauce. I'll cause a big enough distraction to give you enough time. If I'm turned to sapphire, you're out of time then, Naruto explained. Dojo nodded and left. Now to cause some chaos. Naruto ran off and drew the attention of the sapphire dragon and its sapphire slaves. With Dojo. Dojo slithered up to a box labeled with warning labels on it. Dojo opened the box. It better be here, this is our last hope. Dojo picked up a bottle that was in the box and looked at the label. Jackpot. Grandpappy's Texas 10 Horn Sizzlin' Salsa Sauce, Dojo said with a toothy grin. Dojo exited Clay's room in a cowboy hat and 2 holsters attached to a belt wrapped around Dojo. Alright, Pilgrim, listen up. Dojo looked around and saw nothing. Dojo then heard Naruto scream then stop. I guess I'm out of time. Good thing I got the sauce. Dojo slithered around to find the temple grounds. Dojo checked the kitchen and the meditation hall. Oh, for crying out loud, where is everybody? Dojo asked. At the temple gate. The sapphire dragon was starting to exit the Xiaolin temple gate with all the sapphired monks and the recently sapphired Naruto. They didn't go too far as they heard a whistle behind them. Dojo spat out a loogie and said, I'm calling you out. Dojo pulled out a toothpick and started playing it around his mouth. The sapphire dragon turned around and slithered towards Dojo. The sapphire dragon snorted out a puff of dark sapphire smoke from its nostril. Dojo continued to play with the toothpick until it got stuck in his mouth. Dojo turned his head and took the toothpick out with little pain. The sapphire dragon continued to stare down and breathed out a light sapphire blue flame out of the right nostril. Dojo picked up one of the bottles and started drinking the contents of it. Dojo finished the first bottle and started on the second, while the dragon was moving towards him. Dojo almost finished the second bottle and started to sweat and give out tears from the heat of the sauce. The sapphire dragon was about to attack Dojo with its flames. The blue flames came out of the sapphire dragon and attempted to turn Dojo into sapphire. Dojo felt a burning pressure inside him and coughed up a massive stream of red fire, easily overpowering the sapphire dragon's attack. Dojo was propelled back to the wall from the fire and continued the large burst of fire that seemed to never end. The sapphire dragon's attack was overwhelmed completely and engulfed by Dojo's fire stream, covering it up with soot again. The dragon shrunk into a babble again. Everyone that was turned into sapphire was turned back. Almost everyone wondered what happened and how they got where they are. Naruto knew what happened and saw the dragon covered in soot again and Dojo against the wall. Dojo then slithered up to the group while holding a bottle of Clay's sauce and blew into it. "I believe we owe our salvation to Dojo," Omi proclaimed. "I always knew he had a real fire brewing in him." Clay added his comment. "About 16 ounces to be exact," Dojo said and spun the bottle until it flew out his claws. The bottle landed on Master Feng's finger. Shingon Wu Vault. "So that's it? Harmless Baba once again?" Dojo asked. "The sapphire dragon shall trouble us no more," Omi said in his usual all-knowing tone. "No, let me start you out, okay?" "I hate to admit it, but," Dojo said in a happy tone. Raimundo sighed. "I hate to admit it, but Dojo totally saved the day." Raimundo said the last part kind of quickly. "More than that, you saved the world," Kimiko corrected. "All by yourself?" Omi finished. It's true. So I was thinking I would have chosen one like you guys," Dojo said sheepishly. "You? A dragon?" Omi asked in a confused tone. "Aren't you already one?" Raimundo asked with a smirk on his face. "No, I mean a dragon warrior. Like you guys, I'm maybe the chosen dragon of fire," Dojo argued. "Sorry, posticians filled," Kimiko remarked. Okay, so what about Sud, huh?" Dojo asked. Naruto was listening to the conversation. "I think I could get used to this. Although after what happened, I don't think life would be the same for me," Naruto thought as he waited for the monks to exit the vault. At Mobius, Knuckles was running for his life, sort of. He was running away from Rouge to save Baby Maker. Rouge was hot on Knuckles' trail with some hedge clippers. "Knuckles, get your red ass back here. You're just making it worse for yourself," Rouge yelled out. Everyone that was watching this was sweat dropping. "I feel sorry for Knuckles, although he does deserve this for going through Rouge's stuff," Sonic said. Everyone, even Knuckles and Rouge, started hearing laughing. My Rouge. Trying to castrate Knuckles with hedge clippers, classic," Cammy said as she appeared. "Cammy, why are you here again? Isn't Naruto somewhere else?" Amy asked. Cammy nodded. "Yes, right now he's helping four Xiaolin warriors gather mystical artifacts and preventing 10,000 years of darkness ruling the world. Oh, and just recently, Naruto had to save the whole world from an artifact that turns anyone into a sapphire statue, with the help of a small dragon. Naruto used himself as a distraction, while the small dragon got a few things to cover the artifact with soot again. I bet you can guess what happened next." Rouge smirked. "The whole world was saved." Cammy nodded. "Yes, but the real reason I'm here is to make an offer for Rouge. I had just found out you have a crush on Naruto." Rouge blushed. "I can make you into a human and you can be with Naruto, but you'll have to share him with other girls. I can only do this if you accept it," Cammy explained. Rouge didn't need a thought to answer. "Yes, I accept your offer. Please turn me into a human so I can be with Naruto," Rouge said while jumping up and down, forgetting what she was doing earlier. Lucky for Knuckles. Cammy smiled gently and waved her hand over Rouge, glowing with energy. Rouge's form started to change. Her body became taller and her figure became like an hourglass. Rouge's bust looked like they were cupped. Rouge had snow-white hair that reached down to her shoulders. Rouge also got different clothing. She had a pink t-shirt that fit tightly around her chest, and black pants that fit tightly around her waist and legs. Rouge also had light blue ninja sandals Naruto wore when he first arrived at Mobius. After the change was done, Sonic and the others' jaw dropped at the sight of the human version of Rouge. Rouge was also surprised at what she looked like as human. "Wow, I'll get Naruto's attention for sure like this," Rouge said while looking at her new body. Cammy smiled. "Yes, but right now, you'll have to stay at my domain, as will other girls do whenever Naruto picks up a girl or girls during his travels." Rouge nodded and both Cammy and Rouge disappeared through a portal into Cammy's domain. Knuckles sighed in relief. "I better remember not to do that kind of thing again, or I won't get to have kids." Sonic, Shadow, and Tails nodded. They have girls they like. In the ruins of Eggman's base. Inside destroyed room of the now abandoned base of Eggman, two red eyes appeared suddenly. It was dark and barely lit in the room, but the one who had the red eyes had a hedgehog figure that was similar to Sonic's. Whatever this person or thing was, it was going to cause trouble. In Konoha Council Chamber, the Civilian Council and the elders were having an argument with the shinobi clans. But you must teach Sasuke Uchiha your jutsu, he needs them to become strong enough to beat Itachi, one of the civilians said. Haishir glared at the council member. No, we will not, our clan jutsu is only for our clans. If the Uchiha wants jutsu, then he should go to his clan's library or a jutsu library. Danzo scoffed. This is getting us nowhere, we will give Sasuke Uchiha the forbidden scroll to learn jutsu from. Tsunade kicked the doors open. Like hell you will. That scroll will not be give to that damn Uchiha of yours. You just banished one of our best shinobi for a traitor. Tsunade snarled at the civilian and elder council. What are you talking about? We didn't banish Sasuke-sama, and we banished that demon, one Yasha Haruno said. Jiraiya glared at the Haruno. Sasuke is the traitor, and Naruto isn't a demon. In fact, he is practically the legacy of the fourth Hokage himself. Yasha snarled. That demon took our beloved fourth's form to mock us, and I bet the one who spawned him is that slut Kushine H. Yasha yelled until she was mysteriously struck by lightning that came through the ceiling. Everyone looked at the burned hole where the lightning came from. How the hell did that happen? Was the thought of everyone in the council room. Cammy's domain. Cammy was smirking while clapping her hands clean. And that is one of the good reasons of being me, Cammy told Rouge. Rouge was laughing. I can't believe you did that because she was about to badmouth a woman that must have been you in disguise. Am I right? Rouge asked. Cammy nodded. I disguised myself as a normal human child and grew up in a village in Whirlpool. When Whirlpool was destroyed when I was an adult, I went to Konoha and met a man named Minato Namikaze. Our relationship grew from friend to the point of marriage. Soon after the marriage, I was pregnant with Naruto. Rouge went wide-eyed. You mean Naruto's your son? Cammy nodded. Yes, but I couldn't take care of him because my human form was weak from giving birth and an assassination attempt from the same person I just fried. Rouge was really surprised. Wow, Naruto must be like a half-god or demigod. Cammy chuckled sheepishly. Actually, he a full god. His father was the Shinigami, whom was Minato Namikaze in disguise. Naruto won't unlock all his godly powers yet, but he will have some of them. Cammy explained. Rouge couldn't take this sudden information and fainted. In Jack Spicer's lair. Jack Spicer was working on a new invention to catch the next Shingon Wu with. Those Xiaolin loser think they're so tough with their new friend that has strange powers, but I'll show them. Jack thought. Jack! Screamed out Wuya after she re-entered Jack's lair. Apparently Catnap didn't want to help the ghost at all. I sensed the sapphire dragon went active a while ago. Did you retrieve it? Wuya asked in a harsh tone. Jack groaned. No, I didn't get the Wu and I thought it was a black dragon. Wuya ghostly slapped her face. Was the dragon in an active volcano? Wuya asked and Jack nodded. It was covered in soot, you fool. Soot weakens this Shingon Wu. This Wu is only used to be a last resort as it will turn all enemies into sapphire, as well as everyone that good, evil, and neutral. Wuya explained the function of the sapphire dragon. Jack laughed. Well, those Xiaolin losers must have accidentally activated the dragon and got themselves into sapphire. Wuya growled. It doesn't matter, how did you even lose to the Xiaolin warriors in a showdown in the volcano? As if I have to ask. Wuya said. Jack glared at the ghost. It was a challenge of grabbing the dragon first. All I know is that I challenged that new guy and he was able to survive to lava of the volcano. Wuya rubbed her ghostly chin. This boy seems to be much more powerful than I even imagined. If I can find a way to turn him to the Halen side, then I will become invincible. Wuya thought. Jack went back to the invention he was working on and Wuya was planning on how to lure the blonde boy to the Halen side. Uchiha compound. Sasuke was scowling fiercely. All the clans refused to teach him their clan jutsu and Tsunade prevented the council to give him the forbidden scroll. I deserve all the jutsu this weak village has. I will learn it as the Sharingan will let me copy them and rule over this pathetic village. Sasuke thought. Inbi were watching the Uchiha because the Uchiha was on probation. Sasuke was looking through all of his clan's jutsus in the library, and found only a few jutsu that he knew of. Sasuke was roaring in anger. He can't find anything that involved the red chakra Naruto used in the fight at the Valley of the End, and the Rasengan was uncopyable because it had no hand signs. I will find a way to copy that jutsu of his and take whatever power he had. Sasuke thought darkly. With Jiraiya. Jiraiya was looking around the other shinobi continents to find Naruto. None of Jiraiya's spies found Naruto, or the woman that offered Naruto a quest for power. Brat, where the hell are you? I have a promise to keep with Sensei and Minato to train you. Jiraiya thought as he looked around Nami country. Chapter end. Chapter start. New York City. Omi was looking through tourist binoculars. Oh, who is that lady? Omi asked while looking at the Statue of Liberty. That's the Statue of Liberty, Omi. Kimiko told Omi. She must have been a great Xiaolin warrior to have a statue that big. The timer of the binoculars went off and closed. Ah, I am blinded. Omi cried while covering his eyes. Omi, the timer just ran out. Hey, race another quarter. Kimiko pulled out a quarter from her coin purse and handed it to Omi. Thank you, Kimiko. Omi bowed and put the quarter in the coin slot of the binoculars. Ah, it is working again. Perhaps this will be useful for looking for the Shingon Wu. Omi said as he turned the binoculars, showing the features that looked like a goofy face. Haha, that is pretty funny. Good luck, the serpent's tail is always moving. Dojo said as Clay, Raimundo, Naruto, and Dojo looked into the Shingon Wu scroll. Even through solid objects if I'm reading that right. Clay said. Great, we're looking for a Shingon Wu that never stops. Raimundo said with a smirk. In the city that never sleeps. New York is my kind of town. Anyone want to catch a show tonight? Kimiko asked. Dojo cleared his throat. Don't buy those tickets yet, that serpent's tail is close. Dojo said while shaking a bit on top of Clay's hat. A little later. Omi was walking the streets of New York in awe of the sights. So many buildings, so many people. How do they all know where they are going? Omi asked. Kimiko looked at Omi while holding up her PDA with the GPS system on screen. I recommend a GPS. Naruto nodded in agreement. You can get lost in a city like this. Definitely don't want to get lost here, that's for sure. Clay added. Yeah, one wrong turn and you're a headline. Monk mashed in Manhattan, Raimundo remarked, confusing and slightly scaring Omi. Naruto slapped the back of Raimundo's head. Don't do something like that to him, he can be impressionable at the age he is now. I know I was. Naruto said. Dojo was acting like a Shingon Wu detector and sniffed around for the serpent's tail. Dojo gained a shocked look on his face. What's wrong, Dojo? Clay asked. I lost track of the serpent's tail. Dojo said while gripping on Clay's cheeks. Well, maybe it can go through solid objects, but we can see it with this. Kimiko said and held out the falcon's eye. Kimiko activated the Wu and started looking for the serpent's tail. Looking into a random building, Kimiko saw a man picking his nose while he's on the computer. That's just sick and wrong. Kimiko said disgusted as the falcon's eye fell back into her hand. Oh, may I see Kimiko? Omi asked. Kimiko handed Omi the falcon's eye. Knock yourself out. Omi started to look through random buildings, seeing through many buildings during the search of the serpent's tail. Omi was currently looking through the ground when Dojo started to twitch around a bit. It's back. Dojo yelled. Omi saw the serpent's tail pass by them. Great ghost of Dashi, the serpent's tail. Omi yelled and started to give chase to the Wu. The other followed Omi to make sure he stays in sight and out of trouble. Omi was avoiding crowds of people while following the underground Wu. Omi ran around a corner and was running towards a walkway that was heavy with traffic right now. Omi jumped over the first stream, but another stream of traffic was coming. Aye, that little dude is about to be squishified, Raimundo said in fear. Omi! Kimiko yelled. Naruto was prepared to run and grab Omi before he could get harmed or killed. Omi jumped, avoided the incoming car, and jumped off the hood of another car. Omi made it to the other side of the road, after some car hopping, and continued to pursue the Shingon Wu. The crosswalk light changed, allowing Naruto, Kimiko, Clay, and Raimundo to pass the crosswalk. Where did he go? Naruto asked when they stopped and looked around for Omi. This way. Raimundo pointed and ran off with the others following him. Omi ran around another corner. Over there. Dojo directed and the group ran towards the direction. Omi, again, turned at a corner following the underground Wu. I still sense the serpent's tail. We find Omi, that way. Dojo said and pointed. Naruto, Clay, Raimundo, and Kimiko ran towards the direction until Dojo stopped him. No, I mean that way, no the Ua. I lost it. Dojo dripped down as he lost track of the Wu. And Omi too. Clay added sadly. With Omi. Omi was still chasing the serpent's tail, though the tail was starting to get away. Aha, you will not escape me, for my eyes are upon you, and off Omi said out loud until he hit a brick wall of a building. Ow, who put that building in my way? Omi asked as he rubbed his head. Omi picked up the falcon's eye and looked around for the serpent's tail. After a while he couldn't find it. It's gone. I'm sorry my friends, but Clay? Kimiko? Raimundo? Naruto? Dojo? Oh no, my friends are lost in New York City. How will they survive without me? Omi started to panic. In Konoha Council Chamber. Everyone was poking the electronically fried body of Yasha Haruno. Okay, can someone explain to me how a bolt of lightning burned through the roof and a couple of floors without it hitting the lightning rod? Tsunade asked. I have no idea, but it seems like that someone didn't like what Yasha was about to say. Saminizuka said. Hayashi Hyuga was looking through the floors and roof above with his Byakugan, only to find nothing. I don't know who or what did it, but they're gone now, Hayashi said. Yasha started to struggle to get up, due to the pain coursing through her body. What the hell was that? I command that whoever did that is to be executed for an assassination attempt on a council member, Yasha screeched, making everyone else sweat drop. As I was saying, the one who spawned the demon brat must have been that slut Kushin H. Yasha tried to say the sentence again, but she was struck by lightning again. Only this time, at least 10 bolts of lightning burned through the building to strike Yasha. Hayashi activated his Byakugan and saw that the lightning came out of the clear sky that had not one cloud. Hayashi's sweat dropped. No way, the lightning is coming out of nowhere. That caught the eyes of everyone, except Yasha, as she was out cold from the lightning frying her body again. You can't be serious, Hayashi. Lightning can't strike from nowhere. It's got to be a shinobi attack. Did you see any chakra in the lightning? Asked Koharu, an advisor of the council. I wish the lightning had 0 chakra in it. Tsunade grimaced. Naruto disappearing, the council trying to go around her back to give the Uchiha all of the jutsu the village has, and even lightning was shocking a council member for trying to say a sentence that would be offensive to Kushina Uzumaki. How could anyone not try to investigate the same last names of Naruto and Kushina? I ask you all that. It was starting to become weird in Konoha, and it started after Naruto was banished. Eggman's base. A lone robotic hedgehog, known as Metal Sonic, was walking around the ruins of Eggman's base. Metal entered the main computer room, which was surprisingly still intact. Metal walked up to the computer and started it up, looking through the video archive to see the last security camera recording. The screen showed a blonde-haired boy dressed in a black vest with red flames, light blue t-shirt, red jeans with gold flames near the bottom of the pant legs. He also wore a fingerless version of Shadow's gloves and wore the same hover skates Shadow seems to wear all the time. This boy was also destroying the Eggman's base. There was also a recording of the boy fighting Eggman and killing him with chaos energy. This boy must have been trained by Sonic the Hedgehog. If I am able to destroy him, I will be able to destroy Sonic and prove I am the one true Sonic, Metal said in a robotic version of an arrogant voice. Metal Sonic searched through the main frame to look for Eggman's 2 new inventions, Metal Shadow and Metal Knuckles. Metal Sonic did a scan and found that the boy wasn't of Mobius, but from a different world. There was an energy signatures that appeared at 2 different times. The first time appeared to only drop off the boy apparently, and it appeared again to take the boy to another world. I must find this boy, he is what will prove my existence. Metal ranted a little before leaving the room to find Metal Knuckles and Metal Shadow. Also he stated something from Gaara, even though they never met. Back in New York City, Omi was walking down the street of rundown and poorly maintained neighborhood. Excuse me, sir, but I am looking for my friends. One is a cowboy, Omi said before he was interrupted by the man he was talking to. Go back to Jersey, you tourist. The man yelled rudely before walking off. Omi walked up to a woman in hopes of better luck with her. Excuse me, kind lady, I am looking for my. Omi was interrupted again. I got mace, the woman said in a warning and paranoid tone in her voice. Okay, I'll mace with you, I got Shingongwu. Omi took out the falcon's eye. The woman ran off in a panic and screaming for the police. Don't mind her, she's crackers, a stranger said behind Omi. You need help, son? The stranger asked. Omi nodded. Oh, thank you, honorable stranger, I am looking for my 5 friends. Omi bowed. Friends? Yes, 3 boys, a girl, and a dragon. Omi explained. Who, a dragon, huh? Yeah, we don't get too many dragons here in New York City, the man said as he started to laugh. But you know what we got a lot of? The strange man asked. Omi shook his head no. The man answered his own question. Aliens. The man whispered in Omi's ear. They're everywhere, man. Space beings from the planet Exploder. Sure, they're watching us. Can't talk now, must go. Be strong, little friend, the strange man said before hopping off and barking like he was insane. I wonder how he's not in an asylum yet. With Kimiko, Naruto, Raimundo, Clay, and Dojo. Kimiko, Naruto, Raimundo, and Clay were searching for their lost Omi. Master Feng should have never trusted me to watch over you kids. Guarding a scroll, that I can do. Scroll don't go off running in the middle of Manhattan, Dojo said in a worried tone. Kimiko tried to calm Dojo down. We'll find him, Dojo. I'm not exactly sure how, but we'll find him. Maybe Dojo should fly us around and look for Omi, Raimundo said. There's 8 million people in the city, Rai. It's going to be pretty tough to spot Omi from the sky, Kimiko said. With that bald head? The reflection of the sun should make it easy, Raimundo argued. Naruto was scratching his head. Well, this bites. We not only lost track of the serpent's tail, but we lost one of our comrades. Hate to say it, but we got spotted ourselves. Clay pointed as the group turned to see Jack Spicer approaching them in an aircraft Jack made himself. Well, if it isn't the Xiaolin show-offs. Hey Opie? Jack said like he was superior than them. Omi is Kimiko started. Omi is moments away from getting the serpent's tail. Raimundo interrupted. Naruto sighed. Raimundo was being his usual hot-headed self. No way, you lost him, didn't you? Jack started to laugh. What a bunch of losers. Wuya started to rise as her eyes glowed. Jack, the Shingongwu is near. Wuya proclaimed. Like the hag said? Dojo also added as he started to shake like a snake would slither. Well, I'd like to stay and mock, but I got a tail to catch. Don't want you to miss me though, so I'll leave you with this. Jack pressed a button and a hatch under the aircraft Jack was in opened, letting out several Jackbots. Jackbots, attack! Jack commanded his robots. The robots charged towards the group with weapons active. Jack laughed as he flew down into the subway. The robots surrounded the group, ready to attack. Kimiko said her dragon element and attacked. I'm really not in the mood for this. Fire! Kimiko punched a Jackbot and forcing it to fly into another Jackbot and crashing into a brick wall. Earth, Clay said his element. Clay grabbed a Jackbot and threw it at another, destroying them both. Wind. Raimundo said his element and kicked a Jackbot continuously, causing it to dismantle piece by piece. There was one Jackbot left. Of course it didn't last long when Naruto used the Rasengan on it, turning into a fine metal powder. Spicer went down there. Dojo pointed to the subway entrance. But what about Omi? Kimiko asked. He's a cleaver monk, I'm sure he's fine. Dojo said nervously. Back with Omi. Omi was kicked off of a bus and a quarter was tossed at Omi. And stay out, exact change only. Omi got up and heard some voices. Turning his sight to a basketball court with 3 teenagers of different sizes. One was slim, another was muscle-bound, the last one was plan-fat. All 3 of them were playing a game of basketball. Omi was watching the 3 teens play, as he had never seen or played basketball before. I have never such techniques before. Is it a new martial art? Omi said quietly. Omi started walking towards the court. The teens were taunting at each other in street slang. Omi was watching in excitement, hoping to learn about what was happening. Omi then accidentally got in the way of the fat teenager, and became the ball. The fat teen dribbled Omi's head down the court and attempted to make a 3-pointer, which is funny because Omi's head is the same size and shape of a basketball. As Omi flew into the basket, he got stuck in the basket because of his shoulders. The 3 massive teens walked up to the basket and saw Omi waving at them. Hello friends, Omi said before he slipped out of the basket. Omi landed on his back on the concrete. Ouch. Omi turned to see the 3 big teens surrounding him and looked ready to beat him up. You jack in my game, punk, I oughta bust your grill. The tall, slim teen said in a threatening tone, I think. But I have no grill, I am vegetarian. A most healthy lifestyle. Omi said. Don't go playin' baldy, or we'll smack you down. The muscle teen also threatened as he pushed Omi into a pole. Omi brushed the dirt off of his robe and looked at the trio. I am not certain, but I think you may be challenging me. The trio of teens started to walk up to Omi. You got that right. The slim teen told Omi. For your own safety, I must advise against this course of action. Omi explained as he got into a fighting stance, causing the trio of teens to start laughing. You jokin', right? The muscle teen asked. Omi sighed. I never joke. Omi said seriously. You against us 3? I like the odds. The slim teen grinned like a maniac until he was hit by a basketball. The ball bounced back to a dark-skinned, dark-haired boy in a white t-shirt, purple jersey, red pants, and purple and white sneakers. His age didn't look much older than Omi. How do you like them now? The new boy asked. Jermaine, you just bought a butt whoopin' for both you and Shorty. Don't bark if you can't bite, Jermaine remarked, enraging the slim teen. The angry teen charged with a punch, but Jermaine dodged it and threw the ball he had in his hands at the muscle-bound teen from behind. Jermaine was then grabbed by his arms by the fat and slim teens, lifting him up from the ground. Jermaine struggled to get free from their grip but couldn't. The muscle-bound teen got up and got ready to punch Jermaine. Bring the pain. Omi poked the overly buff teens back to get their attention. Pardon me, I must insist you release him, Omi said in his warning tone. Or what? Omi's forehead glowed with 9 dots again. Or this. Water. Omi jumped over the trio of teens and landed next to a couple of garbage cans. Using the lids, Omi threw them at the older teens in the gut and used his Xiaolin move. Sumani strike. Omi started spinning like a top, hitting the punks into the air. Omi stopped by Jermaine, needing no further action as the 3 teens started running with their tail between their legs. That was of the hook man. Jermaine complimented. It was? Is that a good thing? Omi was confused at slang terms. No doubt, you was laying it down hardcore. Jermaine continued. Omi beamed. This was my intention, I think. I'm Jermaine, man. Jermaine held out his hand. Omi. Omi shook Jermaine's hand as he introduced himself. You're not from around here, are ya, Omi? Jermaine asked. No, I am from the Xiaolin Temple. Omi told Jermaine. Oh yeah, sure. That's in Queens, right? Jermaine asked. Inside a subway. Ugh, what is that smell? Raimundo asked. I don't even want to speculate. Kimiko answered. It smells worse than the worst bathrooms back in Konoha. Naruto added. Hey, anybody see an evil boy genius and a see-through witch? Clay asked. No, and I think they'd stand out in this crowd. Dojo pointed out the empty subway station. Guys. Shingon Wu. Dojo said. The serpent's tail quickly flew by the group that was looking for said Shingon Wu. Wooey, that thing moved faster than a turkey on Thanksgiving Day. Clay remarked. Dojo dived onto the subway track to follow the Wu. Yeah, it's really trucking. Dojo start to go down the tracks. Dojo don't go down there. The subway trains. Kimiko said in a worried tone and pointed to where a subway train could come by. Relax, this station is obviously closed. There are no trains running down through here. Dojo started to boast, until he heard rumbling and saw a pair of lights ahead. Dojo started screaming as train was coming towards him. The subway train looked like the face of Jack Spicer, which is also as being driven by said boy genius. Dojo was lassoed by Clay at the last minute before Jack could run over him. Missed. Jack was mad that he missed the small dragon. Oh, forget that pest, don't lose sight of the serpent's tail. We nagged Jack. Simmer down, I got a lock of the serpent's tail. Where it goes, we got. Jack pointed to a map grid of the subways, with a blinking dot going flying with the tunnels. Impressive. Yeah, Jack Spicer's evil transforming robot has everything. You want to hear the whistle? Jack asked. Was that the express or the local? Dojo asked wazily. Jack and we were on that train. Raimundo explained. Naruto looked at where the Wu and Jack went. We better find some fast transportation or Jack will get the tail before us. Kimiko turned to Dojo. Dojo, can you do anything here? Kimiko asked. Gee guys, I'm not real big on trains and that third rail chaffs. Dojo tried to get out of it. Dojo. Kimiko rose her voice a bit. Okay. Dojo transformed into a high-speed subway train. Next stop, Serpent's Tail. Dojo kicked his speed up to follow the tail and Jack. I'm not even going to explain how sick this is compared being grabbed by a giant toad's tongue. Naruto said as he held on to one of Dojo's insides. With Omi and Jermaine. Tell it to me again. Jermaine was listening to Omi's story. I am a monk from the Xiaolin Temple, part of an ancient order of Xiaolin dragons, engaged in a never-ending battle for the mystical Shingon Wu against the centuries-old witch, Wuya and her evil boy genius, Jack Spicer. Omi explained. That what I thought you said. Jermaine said, still confused. I am currently looking for the Serpent's Tail, a most powerful Shingon Wu. Omi continued. Right. Jermaine said. Now that you know, keep your eyes open for anything strange. Omi finished. Child, what are you doing outside in your pajamas? A random bystander asked. Jermaine chuckled. Omi, right now you're the strangest on this street. We can take care of that. Couple of minutes later. Now that's what I'm talking about. Jermaine smiled. Omi, player. I knew you had it in you. Omi walked out from behind a broken part of a building. Am I as you saying, bling-blinging? Omi asked. Different. Jermaine answered. Jermaine, while I enjoy representing, I must not let it divert me from my quest. Omi said as he started looking around for the Shingon Wu. This serpent's tail thing? Jermaine asked. Correct, Omi answered. Look for anything strange. Omi started walking off. Omi dog. This is New York, strange here is normal. Jermaine said that is until something passed through the ground. The serpent tail was bouncing around the wall and past Jermaine and Omi. But this might qualify. The serpent's tail. Omi yelled out as jumped off and attempted to catch the Wu. Omi started hearing a rumbling sound and the ground starting to break apart when a giant robot came from the subway. Yeah, this is definitely strange. I guess these are the bad guys. Jermaine said, still not knowing what just happened. The Wu bounced off a building with Jack Spicer on its tail. Bad pun, I know. The robot grabbed the tail with its robotic hand. Okay, got the Shingon Wu. Now a little vaporizing our enemies and we'll call it a day. Jack told Wuya. The robot turned to Omi and Jermaine. Oh. Is all Omi could say. The robot's arm changed into an energy cannon. The cannon charged up and was about to fire at Omi. Omi dog. Maybe we should run. Jermaine said in a scared tone, in fear of being blasted. Just as it was about to fire, Dojo rose out the ground in his 40-foot dragon form. Dojo slammed his head into the robot, making it fall backwards. The grip of the tail was lost and the Wu started flying off. Dojo started to shrink back down as he landed, carrying Naruto, Kimiko, Clay, and Raimundo on his back. That's a dragon? Jermaine asked. Ow ow ow, told you it chaffed. Dojo rubbed his body that was chaffing a bit. Dojo. Omi called. You're alive. Don't scare us like that again. We were so worried, like Raimundo started going all dramatic until he stopped. Everyone was staring at Raimundo because of the drama scene Raimundo made. What? I was worried. Naruto rolled his eyes. You didn't have to get all dramatic about it. Even I wouldn't act like that. Raimundo glared at Naruto. Guys, someone want to grab the Shingon Wu? Dojo asked as he held on to the Wu until he slipped off of it. Kimiko, Raimundo, Clay, and Naruto made various attempts to grab the flying tail, but they missed. Even Jermaine made an attempt but missed. Omi ran up on the Wu from behind and grabbed it, but so did Jack Spicer. Omi, I challenge you to a Xiaolin showdown. Jack smirked heavily. Ugh, Jack Spicer, why are you always up in my business? Omi groaned. Name your challenge. Jack looked around the surrounding area and saw the basketball hoop. Basketball, 1-on-1. 10 minutes on the clock. My Jetbutsu against your Mantis flip coin. Jack said as he tugged the Wu. But I do not know how to play this game of baskets and balls. Omi said with wide eyes of nervousness. I do, put me in the game. Jermaine said, holding a basketball under his arm. Who's this guy? Clay asked. No clue. Kimiko and Naruto said at the same time and blushed a bit. No way. I challenge you, Omi, not this kid. Jack protested. You afraid of getting hooped, little boy? Jermaine taunted. Hey, I like this guy. Raimundo said, smiling at the taunt Jermaine threw. Jack Spicer is right. Only I can accept the challenge unless Omi started to trail off his explanation. Jack rose an eyebrow. Unless what? Unless I challenge you to a Shinibu dare, me and Jermaine against you and... Omi was interputed by Jack. Who? Wuya? Wuya floated right next to Jack. No hands. And no game, but don't worry, I got the answer. Jack pushed a button on a watch device on his wrist. Jack's robot got up and walked up. Meet my first round draft pick. Jack announced as his robot finished getting up. I am not feeling all that and a bag of chips anymore. Omi said fearfully. For real. Jermaine agreed. So my Jetbutsu and Shroud of Shadows against your Mantis flip coin and... Omi lifted up his hand that held the Falcon's Eye in it. The Falcon's Eye is the only other Shingon Wu I have. Remember that the Sapphire Dragon will turn the world into sapphire if activated. Sapphire Dragon will not be used by the Xiaolin monks because it's too dangerous. That'll do. Jack sneered. Anybody else worried? Clay asked. Yes, Kimiko, Raimundo, and Naruto answered. Good, didn't want to be the only one. Let's go, Xiaolin Showdown. Jack and Omi yelled at the same time. Showdown beginning flashes. The basketball court started flying upward into the sky, with most of the blacktop coming up so that only metal outlines of the court was left with the baskets. Jermaine almost fell, but he grabbed on to one of the metal outlines. Omi dog, what is this? Jermaine asked in a confused tone. He never seen or been in a Xiaolin showdown before. This is a Xiaolin showdown, Omi said, tugging. Yeah? I think I made a mistake here. Jack laughed. Oh, you did make a mistake. Jack and Omi continued to tug the Wu until the start of the showdown. The serpent's tail then transformed into a basketball and the showdown began. Jack quickly took the basketball and dunked it in the basket, causing the scoreboard read Hailin, 0-2, Xiaolin 0-0. Call me Air Jack. Jack called himself arrogantly. Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay groaned at the lame name, but Naruto smirked. How about we call you the Mama's Boy? Everyone laughed at that fitting name for Jack Spicer. 2 points ain't anything to strut about. Jermaine grabbed the ball and dribbled it down the court. Jack's robot used a vacuum-like device in its hand to take the ball and extended its arm to dunk it in the basket. Now the scoreboard had Hailin, 0-4, Xiaolin 0-0. Naruto's eyebrow twitched. Spicer's an annoying pest that makes robots that's at least 10 times weaker than Eggman's bots. At least Eggman put up more of a challenge. Naruto said. Who's Eggman? Raimundo asked. Eggman is also an evil genius who builds robots, a real evil genius that has almost conquered the world from time to time. The man's IQ is 300 and has or rather had dreams of making a place called Eggmanland. Naruto started to explain. Every time his plan nearly succeeds or even begin, they get trashed by Sonic and his friends. Heck, he makes better machines than Spicer here. Sounds like he's a nasty varman. We better hope him and Spicer don't ever team up. Clay said. Naruto nodded. Yes, but that part won't be a problem since I wasted him a while ago. Naruto received some confused looks. Wait, you killed the guy? Raimundo asked. Naruto nodded. Yeah, and the reasons are that I'm the avatar of both Cammy and Shinigami, and he tried to take over the world in multiple ways. He have tried to use powers that could unleash a godlike being of time that could destroy the past, present, and future, or something that involves ancient powers that soul'd never be messed with. Oh. Wait, it did happen. Right, maybe we should focus on the showdown, then talk about an evil super-villain genius and his plans later, Kimiko said. Everyone nodded back to the showdown. Jermaine and Omi were scoring baskets as fast as Jack and his robot was. After a while, the clock had 30 seconds left and the score was Halen 38/Xiaolin 38. Jermaine and Omi were running down the court with the ball in Jermaine's possession. Before Jermaine could make it any further or even throw the ball into the basket, the foot of Jack's robot came down on Jermaine. Jermaine tossed the ball and the mantis flipped coin to Omi to finish the game. What? Stop him. Jack commanded his robot to do. Omi jumped in the air, but Jack's robot blocked the path, forcing Omi to land on the hands. Omi then used the momentum he gained to jump towards the other basket, and the robot started tipping over and released Jermaine. Omi's feet landed on the rim of the hoop, causing it to bend and jump to the other side of the court with the power of the flip coin, and made the basket before the clock ran out of time. The score changed to Halen 38/Xiaolin 40 and the bell rang 2 seconds after the final score was made. Showdown ending flashes. Omi, Jermaine, Clay, Raimundo, Kimiko, Dojo, and Naruto were back on the blacktop basketball court. Dojo and the other monks were ready to take off and head back to the temple. Jermaine, it was nice meeting you and I hope you visit the Xiaolin temple sometime, Omi said. Yep, but for now I'll stay here, Jermaine told Omi. Omi got on Dojo and the group took off, waving Jermaine goodbye. In Konoha. The Rookie 9, minus Naruto and Sasuke, Team Guy, and the senseis of the teams were in a meeting with Jiraiya at the Korean barbecue. They were discussing about Naruto's lack of whereabouts. I just can't seem to find the Gaki. I looked everywhere he could be at and he's not there, Jiraiya said in a frustrated tone. But Jiraiya-sama, how is that possible? You a Sannin and Naruto is only a genin, there is no way he could hide from you, Sakura confusedly asked. I don't know, the only thing I do know is that Naruto met up with some woman and disappeared. Hinata's eyes slightly opened. A woman met up with Naruto-kun? She couldn't be Naruto-kun's girlfriend, can she? Hinata thought. I can't even find the woman that Naruto even met up with. How can it be hard to find a beautiful woman like that and a blonde brat that wears kill me orange? Jiraiya asked very loudly, causing everyone to sweat drop. Calm down, Jiraiya. I'm sure Naruto is okay, wherever he is, Kakashi told Jiraiya. Yash, Naruto's flames of youth burns too brightly to be caught by any unyouthful nookneen. Guy shouted loudly. Lee was agreeing with him. Naruto is no doubt becoming stronger and making his youthful flames stronger and brighter. Shikamaru was curious. Could that woman want Naruto for his special power? Shikamaru asked, knowing that Sakura didn't know about Naruto's condition. Jiraiya shrugged his shoulders. I don't know, it could be a possibility. Though I thought only the Akatsuki was looking people like Naruto. Jiraiya explained. Sakura, not knowing what the Akatsuki was or that Naruto contained Kyuubi, asked. Special power? People like Naruto? Akatsuki? What are you all talking about and what about others like Naruto? Kakashi sighed lightly. Naruto has a special bloodline that a group of rogue ninjas that want, and there are others that have a similar power that Naruto has. Sakura didn't know that Naruto had a bloodline of any kind. Ino placed her hand on Sakura's shoulder. Naruto's going to be alright, we have to worry about Sasuke trying to leave again. Ino answered Sakura, hoping to calm her down. Everyone else knew that was true, the Uchiha would try to defect again if given a chance. Without Naruto, trying to catch Sasuke would be harder. Orochimaru's lair. Orochimaru wasn't exactly having a good day today. Ever since Orochimaru found out that Naruto brought back Sasuke Uchiha, he's been having his Soundnins look for Naruto and kill him. Orochimaru also found out about Naruto's banishment, trying to use this as an advantage. But every time the Sound Ninja came back from any searches for Naruto Uzumaki, he was nowhere to be found. How hard is it to find one blonde brat with whisker marks? Orochimaru yelled as his search and destroy team failed to find the Kyuubi Jinchuriki, again. Search everywhere, even the damn Leaf Village, and don't come back until you have found him. If you manage to kill him, bring back his body for study. Orochimaru's men nodded and left. Orochimaru-sama, Orochimaru's assistant, Kabuto, said. The only information I could find out is that Naruto last encountered a woman with golden hair and 8 wings like an angel. I don't have any more information on the whereabouts of Naruto or the woman. Orochimaru started smirking. This makes things more interesting. She might help me finding the key to immortality. I also want her corpse for study as well. Kabuto nodded and left. Kukuku, soon I'll have the Sharingan, the power of a Jinchuriki, and immortality. Nothing, not even the damn Shinigami can do anything about it. Thought Orochimaru with a sick grin on his face. Cammy's domain. Cammy frowned at Orochimaru's thoughts. Rouge, I would like you to send a message to Tsunade in the council chamber. Tell them where Naruto is, but not how he got there. Cammy said to an interested Rouge. I have a feeling you're going to make the Civilian Council try to send some of their ninja on a wild goose chase. Rouge smirked. She was beginning to like Cammy's mischievous side. Cammy laughed a little. Where did you think Naruto got his pranking prowess from? After a little laugh, Cammy sent Rouge to the council chamber via teleportation. Council chambers. Tsunade was still in the council meeting trying to stop anything that involved Naruto's execution and pampering the Uchiha's arrogance. Well, I see things are going well. A new voice, to everyone in the chamber, said. Everyone turned to see a light tan, white-haired woman in tight black pants and a tight pink t-shirt with a heart in the middle. It's Rouge. If everyone knows what she looks like, who are you? Demanded Yasha Haruno. Rouge smirked. Oh, I don't want to tell you yet, as I don't trust you enough. Hamura yelled. You will tell your name to the council, or you'll be marked for treason. Rouge laughed. Sorry, but I'm not a part of this village, either civilian nor ninja ranks. Also, I'm only here to send a message. Naruto was last seen at the Xiaolin Temple, though he probably left by Nuwu, Rouge said, until she was grabbed by Tsunade and taken out of the room. Tsunade looked at Rouge with an angry glare. Do you know what you have just done? You practically put Naruto's life in danger, and how do you know him? Tsunade asked. Rouge smirked her usual sly smirk. Don't worry, Naruto will be safe. Those idiots will never find him because the temple is hidden, and I know Naruto-kun because I helped train him in the same stealth I use. Later, oh, and the name's Rouge. Rouge explained before running off and disappearing. Tsunade followed, but Rouge disappeared before Tsunade could catch up. Damn it, I have no choice but to trust her. I just hope Naruto is alright. Tsunade thought as she went back to the council chamber to finish the meeting. Unknown location. Danzo was walking in an alley. I have the location of Naruto Uzumaki for your master, Danzo said. A familiar silver-haired boy with glasses walked out. Really, our ninja has been looking for him but failed. How is it that you know his location? Kabuto asked. The bandaged elder chuckled. Some white-haired woman told us, but be warned, this could be a trap. I have no idea where the Xiaolin Temple is. Kabuto chuckled. It shouldn't that hard to find, it's a temple. And if it's the kind of temple with monks, then the Fox Chakra is inaccessible. Danzo nodded, thinking what Kabuto said would be true. With the emo. Sasuke has been looking through Heist Clan's library for any jutsus that will improve the power of his Sharingan. He wanted more power. Alas, Sasuke couldn't find any jutsu he knew, even though there are some he can't do because he didn't have enough chakra. But Sasuke continued looking through his family scrolls to find anything about gaining red chakra or giving the Sharingan the ability to steal bloodlines. Clearly the Uchiha has lost his mind. Even the ANBU that were secretly watching the Uchiha was thinking that. One of the ANBU left to report Sasuke's intentions. In the Hokage's office, Tsunade was drinking a bottle sake and filling out the dreaded paperwork. She sent Jiraiya to find the Xiaolin Temple that Rouge said Naruto was at, a just-in-case precaution. She doesn't know about the whole Naruto in Otherworlds part. Both Sannin thought it was in the western continents, and wanted to prevent any harm to Naruto. Tsunade didn't find out that the council went behind her back and sent Hunter Nin to execute Naruto Uzumaki and bring back his head. All of the rookie genin, except for Sasuke team, and the Jonin were worried for Naruto. Heck, even most of the village's shinobi hoped that the blonde would be alright until his sentence is over. Back at the Xiaolin Temple, Naruto was on the roof of one of the buildings, looking at the stars and the moon of this world. No matter what world I'm in, the moons and stars are always beautiful in the night sky, Naruto thought. Naruto had removed his emotional mask the day he had been banished from Konoha. If the banishment never happened, then I probably never would be here. Naruto was snapped out of his when Kimiko called him. Naruto, can you come down here? I want to tell you something, Kimiko said with a slight tint of pink on her cheeks. I hope he doesn't reject me, or be like those guys back at Tokyo who just like me for my money and looks alone. Kimiko had a bit of a bad past with some of the boys back at Tokyo. Naruto jumped off the roof and landed right in front of Kimiko. Yes, Kimiko-chan? Kimiko's light blush deepened. Kimiko started speaking. Naruto, I feel like I developed a crush on you and it grew over the time you stayed here, Kimiko said. Naruto lightly chuckled and wrapped his arm around Kimiko's waist. Kimiko-chan, I also felt an attachment to you. You're beautiful, smart, strong, and you have many other great qualities. If any guy only wanted for any shallow reasons, Would be idiots not to know the great person you are. Naruto smirked as Kimiko's eyes widened. He likes me, he really likes me. Kimiko thought excitedly as she wrapped her arms around Naruto's neck. Kimiko-chan, I should tell you that you may have to share me, Naruto said, rubbing the back of his head. This confused Kimiko completely. What do you mean? She asked. Well, in my village, there's a law known as the Clan Restoration Act, for clans with bloodlines that is near extinction, to force the males to marry multiple women to restore the clan. Naruto explained. He had hoped that Kimiko didn't take that the wrong way. Kimiko just smiled as her eyes softened. I don't care if you have to marry more than one woman. I know that if they all love you like I do and your big heart will love all of us. But I get to be your first when we're ready, Kimiko said, smirking with a little perverted smirk. Naruto blushed at the last part. Why did that arouse me for some reason? Then again, I am kind of sexy. No, bad Naruto, no perverted thoughts. Naruto mentally slapped the teenage perverseness away. Naruto picked up Kimiko bridal style and took her to her room. It was getting late, and it was bedtime. Chapter end. Story start. Mindscape. Naruto found himself in a gentle forest with rabbits and other animals running around. Okay, either I'm high or Naruto's thoughts was interrupted by a familiar voice. No kid, you're not high. You're in your mind again, although I like the improvements after you took that damn idiot mask off. You're here because Cammy and some white-haired woman want to talk to you, the QB said, out of its cage with a collar on its neck. The seal tag was on the collar now. Naruto turned to see Cammy and Rouge by a group of trees. Nice to see you again, Tiger, Rouge said, winking. Naruto's eyes widened as Rouge hugged him. Rouge? How? Rouge pressed her index and middle fingers of her left hand. Sure, let's not ruin the moment, Naruto-kun. Rouge giggled. Cammy and QB sweat dropped as both of them are slightly being ignored. Ahem. Cammy cleared her throat, catching Naruto's and Rouge's attention. Separating, Naruto started paying attention. I suppose you want to know why I called you here. Cammy started to explain. The reason is to tell you Uya's past, though QB knows some of her life. QB lightly flinched. Flashback no jutsu. Uya, as a 10-year-old child, was crying. Her mother was dead since Uya's birth. Her father kicked her out of the house. Many of the kids and villagers were picking on her and taunting her. She had even tried to make friends with 10-year-old Dashi, but all Dashi did was tease her and the markings on her face. No matter what I try to do, I can't seem to make friends with anyone. Why does everyone hate me? Young Uya thought. What snapped out of her thoughts was an adult-sized fox purring, if foxes can purr, and rubbing the side of its body around Uya's body. The only thing that was not normal was the 9 tails it had. What are you? I've never seen a 9-tailed fox like you before, Uya asked. The fox looked at Uya and smiled gently. I'm known as the QB no Kitsune, and I smelled some blood and thought someone was hurt. Here I find you crying. May I ask why you're crying? Uya wiped the tears off her face. Everybody hate me for these marks on my face. They think I'm a freak of some kind, Uya stated, crying again. QB was saddened. Society in China is cruel. If anything in their eye that is different, they think is bad, like we are today mostly. I don't hate you. I can tell you have wonderful potential to prove them wrong. In fact, I'll be your friend and help you along the way, QB said. Uya stopped crying and looked at the fox. You will? The fox nodded and Uya hugged it. Thank you. Time skip. Uya, now at least 20 years old, was practicing her magic that QB gave her. Alright Uya, that's enough. I must say I'm impressed that you adapted to your magic so fast, the QB complimented. Uya smiled. Thanks to you. If you hadn't helped me I wouldn't be where I am today. Well. If it isn't the legendary QB no Kitsune, and she's training the freak. How about training the Xiaolin Grand Master, Dashi? The now 20-year-old Dashi. QB snarled at Dashi. Why would I train someone who treated my best friend like crap? Not a chance in hell. Dashi glared at QB. Then if you want to train me, then I'll banish you from our world. Dashi then summoned the surrounding chi energy and sent QB some other world and preventing her from coming back. Dashi, you bastard, I will never forgive you for what you did. I will plan on making you suffer most. Uya shouted as Dashi quickly ran off, and the rest is basically what you already know. Uya fights Dashi in a heated battle. Dashi wins by saying that he's sorry and fooling Uya. Kai. Naruto's Kai was now off the charts. Uya and himself were the same in many ways. May I ask where Dashi is? Naruto asked. Cammy pointed to a random tree and said, behind there. Naruto used his new super speed and caught the Grand Master Monk. Okay, I did pick on Uya when she was younger, but I thought she was evil. Dashi tried to defend himself. Naruto whacked Dashi upside the head. Cammy shook her head, then got an idea. Naruto would be able to befriend Uya, but I think him knowing how to make Shingong Wu will aid him. Kyubi and Rouge smirked. They knew what Cammy was doing. Alright, the secret is doing an array of seals and symbols, which is in this scroll. Then when that's done, take any item and think of what powers the Wu you want to make. Dashi gave Naruto a scroll for making Shingon Wu. Thanks, and I won't make the same amount of Wu you did and make some that aren't useless. Naruto turned to Cammy. Thank you for telling me, Ka-san. Naruto slightly smiled as Cammy made a shocked face, as did Rouge and Kyubi. How did you find out? Cammy said. Naruto smirked. When Raimundo snuck into my scrolls, I found that Ero-sen implanted yours and Dad's scrolls. I never expected that you and Dad were Cammy and Shinigami. Cammy nervously laughed. Right. Well, son, now you have the secret of the Shingon Wu, and know about Ouya's past. I believe you should wake up now. Rouge kissed Naruto on the cheek. See ya around, my foxy lover. Kyubi grinned a little. Kit, please save Ouya from her darkness. She shouldn't be like this. Naruto nodded. I will, and that is a promise of a lifetime. With Sasuke. Sasuke was becoming even more furious than ever. He was still mad that he lost to the dead last of the academy, but the other clans refused to give him their clan just to that he though was so rightfully his. Orochimaru was right, this village was holding me back. I must go back to him for more power. Sasuke was planning on sneaking out. In Orochimaru's lair, Kabuto received another report of failing to find the Xeilin temple. Damn it, this is impossible. Orochimaru will surely force me to dress up in those clothes he wanted Sasuke to wear again. Kabuto shivered at the thought. Kabuto hated dressing up as a young feminine boy. I believe there's a term for that, but what? Search the countries again, even if you have to go through the eastern continents. Kabuto commanded. The sound ninja nodded and left. Orochimaru-sama will not tolerate failure. As long as he gets the blonde's body, he'll be happy. At Eggman's broken lair, Team Metal, Metal Sonic, Metal Shadow, and Metal Knuckles' team name was furiously working to pinpoint the blonde boy's location. It is difficult to track chaos energy through different worlds. This boy seems to be rarely use them. I did, however, notice fluctuations of chaos energy on a world, even though they are small and separate. Metal Shadow said. Metal Sonic turned to the screen Metal Shadow was working on. Can you pinpoint it? Metal Shadow let out a metallic chuckle. Already did. Metal Shadow pressed a button and coordinates appeared. Excellent, with these coordinates, we will find this blonde boy that destroyed Eggman. Team Metal left to prepare a portal to the world where the boy is. In Konoha, Tsunade called all the senseis of the rookie teams and the rookie 9 with Team Guy to her office. Tsunade-sama, why did you call us here? Kakashi asked. Tsunade started explaining. Recently I found out Naruto's location, but the council did as well. There were Gaspies, except Sasuke, who wanted to kill Naruto. Well, not his complete location, just where he's at. From what I know, he's something called the Xiaolin Temple. Xiaolin Temple? If the Dobe is there, then there's power to be gained there. Sasuke though. Tsunade-sama, I request permission to go on a search team to find Naruto. Sakura said. Tsunade shook her head. I'm afraid that's not simple. Jiraiya isn't able to find this temple. Thankfully either can the hunter Neens, so Naruto's safe until he comes back from his training trip. Sasuke scowled. The dead last was training to become stronger. It should be him that should be on the training trip. With Naruto. Naruto woke up feeling something warm hugging him. He looked down to see Kimiko with her head snuggling him like a teddy bear pillow. That's right, Kimiko asked me to stay with her last night. I never thought she would this cute like this. Naruto thought. Kimiko-chan, time to wake up. Kimiko groaned, but got up nonetheless. Kimiko gave a tight hug and a peck on the cheek. Morning, Naruto. Naruto smiled. Morning, and guess what I got right here? Naruto said and pulled a scroll out of nowhere, confusing Kimiko. What's in the scroll? Kimiko asked. I have the secret of creating the Shingon Wu. Naruto answered, laughing at the shock of Kimiko's face. No way, how did you get it? Kimiko almost begged. Naruto whistled a bit. Well, I almost beat Dashi up for treating Ouya like I was put through, but Cammy prevented me from that. Kimiko looked down at the ground. I didn't know Ouya was treated like you in your village. Naruto nodded. True, but Ouya didn't have anyone try to kill her, only pick on her and hurt her. When she was 10, Kyubi befriended her and over the years, Ouya was pretty strong with magic. What happened next? Kimiko asked. Naruto had a sad look on his face. Dashi found out about Kyubi teaching Ouya magic and wanted Kyubi to teach him, but Kyubi refused and told Dashi to screw himself. Dashi, angry at Kyubi and wanted to piss off Ouya even more, banished Kyubi from this world. Kimiko gasped. You mean Ouya is like she is now because of losing her first friend? Naruto nodded. Kyubi asked me to save Ouya from her darkness. But I thought you said Kyubi was sealed. Naruto sighed. Yes, Kyubi was sealed, but the fox was too strong to be sealed in an item nor anyone with a chakra system. Kimiko then remembered that the fox attacked during the day of his birth and said, "Kyubi was sealed was inside you, wasn't it?" Naruto nodded, thinking Kimiko would run away from him. Then he felt a hug, hearing a few sobs. Naruto didn't expect this. "Naruto, you're the strongest person I know. You can go through hell and back to protect those you love, even me." Naruto smiled at Kimiko's words. "Thank you, Kimiko-chan, I needed that." Naruto rubbed Kimiko's head. "Now let's tell Master Feng about this." Naruto and Kimiko left to talk to Master Feng about what happened. Later, Naruto had finished explaining what happened during his sleep. "I had known that Wuya was not truly evil and the cruelness of Dashi's actions towards her when they were younger. But to convince Dashi to give you the secret to making Shingon Wu is unbelievable," Feng said. Naruto was scratching the back of his head. "Yeah, well, I was pretty ticked." Master Feng rubbed his chin. "When you plan on making new Shingon Wu, warn me and Dojo before you do." Naruto and Kimiko nodded and left the room. "Hey Kimiko-chan, got any ideas for Shingon Wu?" Naruto asked. Kimiko thought about it. "Well, I know a few things I've seen on the net and TV back home that I wished was real." Naruto smirked. This is one of the few things he liked about Kimiko. "That sounds interesting. I wonder what we could make with that imagination of yours," Naruto said in a teasing tone. Kimiko laughed. "Oh, you tease." Training ground. Naruto and the young Xiaolin warriors were training. Of course, Naruto was upping the training a bit. By that, I mean making them wear weights to get stronger and faster. Raimundo thought this was torture. Omi was determined to become the strongest. Kimiko knew this was necessary, and Clay was getting through this pretty easily. "Clay, it appears your father came to visit." "Huh?" Clay lost focus and got hit by a sandbag. "Ouch." Naruto winced. That bag hit Clay straight in the face. "Well, we better get Clay up and see his father," Naruto said. "Just a minute, Naruto, I have a mission for you. You will get the legendary elemental sword. Its power may help you in the future, but it may take some time to get it," Feng told Naruto. "It's not like the sword is in a booby-trapped cave and could take me weeks to get it, but it would be best to prepare supplies just in case." Feng agreed with Naruto. Naruto went and got supplies for this trip. "Naruto, why are you packing?" Kimiko asked. Naruto explained the mission given to him by Feng. "Master Feng told me the blade was called the Niji Sojokaken, Rainbow Element Blade, with enough power to match Wuya of a chosen dragon. If each chosen dragon has one element, I wonder what a person with all the elements can do. An elemental sword, I never heard of something like that. Naruto, I want you to be careful and come back to me alive. If I lost you, it would feel like I died as well," Kimiko said in a worried tone. Unable standing the sight of beautiful girls and women crying, Naruto pulled Kimiko into a hug. "Don't worry, Kimiko-chan, I'll be alright. I will come back to you, I promise." Naruto kissed Kimiko's forehead in a lightly loving kiss, making Kimiko blush even more. Little did the two lovebirds know, Raimundo was spying on the scene and thought this was good blackmail material. While the chosen ones and Clay's father left to get the recent active Wu, Naruto ran off to the direction of Niji Sojokaken was. Back in Konoha, Sasuke was searching through Naruto's belongings, hoping to find anything on the red chakra. What scroll hold the jutsu or whatever gives a person red chakra? I must have it so that only I, the last Uchiha, will have this power. Even that slut of a Hokage will be forced to bear my offspring. Okay, Sasuke has lost his mind. The ANBU that were still watching him sweat dropped as Sasuke broke into Naruto's apartment. "Do you think we should take him in? I mean, he did break into a person's home without permission. An ANBU wearing a bear mask." Sasuke kicked a trash can that was full of ramen cups out of frustration. How he hated Naruto was an understatement. "I want more power. Power is the only thing in life that all Uchiha should have. I deserve power. Only the most powerful of powers I should have." On Mobius, Team Metal was using all of the remaining machine parts that weren't damaged to make a portal generator. "Metal Sonic, after we finish this portal, we must test this so it is to become accurate," Metal Shadow said as it tied some bolts of the generator. Stroking its metal chin, Metal Sonic agreed. They don't want to wind up at a palsy that could destroy them or mix up their parts. "Ah, who cares, as long as we pound the stupid flesh bag into a pulp, I'll be happy." Metal Knuckles carried a few steel bars. Being made for brawn, it lacks the same amount of mental capacity as the real Knux. "I am beginning to wonder why Eggman made you in the first place," said That's what I'll call Team Metal individually. The three robot versions of the three most powerful Mobians weren't getting off to a great start of teamwork. With Naruto was dodging many arrows, darts, spikes, bladed pendulums, and other kinds of booby traps there are. Damn, this must be one hell of a sword to put all these traps for, Naruto thought as he dodged another barrage of arrows. Naruto hoped that Kimiko would be alright. He then noticed that there were no more traps where he was and ahead of him. I guess they never finished installing the traps. Naruto walked forward a few dozen steps until Naruto's right foot sank a bit. Then again, I could be wrong. Naruto heard a loud rumbling behind him. There was a large boulder rolling towards him and was not stopping any time soon. Ah shit. Naruto took of running at supersonic speed, knowing he can outrun it until it gets caught on something. Naruto made it to a fork going 2 separate directions. I got time, better get some shadow clones to see which side to got to, Naruto said to himself, and silently making 2 shadow clones to go to the different directions. After a few moments, the information of the clones came to him. So the right then the left is to the Niji Sojoku Kenha, well better hustle. Naruto started run into the direction the blade was. With the chosen dragon monks. Kimiko, Omi, Raimundo, Clay and Clay's father were in a dust town to get the latest Shingon Wu, the orb of Toonami. The only problem was that Jack found it first. The group was about to make a plan, but Clay's father interfered with the plan and told Clay to get it. Knowing Clay and the need to impress his father, Clay charged recklessly at Jack to get the orb, but Jack activated the Wu and flooded the whole town. Haha, smell ya later, losers. Jack laughed as he flew off with the orb of Toonami. Dang it, Clay, if this is what the temple is teaching, then you won't be there anymore. Everyone else gasped. Clay was going to be taken home. Later at the temple. I can't believe Clay is going back home, Kimiko sadly said. I know, but his dad thought the temple isn't helping him grow mature enough, Raimundo added. Omi was training to hide his sadness. By the way, Kimiko, did anything interesting with Naruto, like hug or kiss him? Kimiko stiffened slightly. Raimundo smirked. I am so going kick your butt if try to blackmail me and Naruto. And you don't want Naruto to kick your butt when he has super strength. Kimiko threatened and Raimundo paled. I hadn't thought about that. Raimundo quickly took out his digital camera and deleted the picture of Naruto and Kimiko on it. Okay, the picture is deleted and I get to live. But right now we have to find a way to get Clay back, Raimundo reminded them. Now I remember, that Lone Star amulet is really the Star Hanabi. I didn't recognize it because it wasn't active. Dojo slithered in with the scroll on his hands. That means it could go active any second and Jack could be all over them, Kimiko added. We must help our friend Clay before Jack gets his hands on the Star Hanabi, Omi declared. In the council room Konoha. The civilian council and elders were discussing with each other. None of the hunter Nins found the demon's hideout. They searched every inch of the shinobi and western continents. Yasha scoffed. He must be back in hell where he belongs. He is a demon after all. A fat civilian countered the idea. Or he could be hitting the temple with his demon magic. There's also a possibility that he already destroyed the temple to prevent Uchiha-sama from learning jutsu there. No matter, whatever the demon learned, we will force him to teach Sasuke-sama the jutsu and execute him. We can just frame him with a few false crimes and an impersonator of it. Danzo seemed, secretly he would cast a genjutsu, and use the Kyubi Jinchuriki as a weapon and take over the planet. With Tsunade. Tsunade was ticked, the council went being her back and sent Hunter Nin to exterminate Naruto. Luckily the hunters failed, because Tsunade put them on probation for the next 3 years. The female Hokage became weary of the elder and civilian council, they gained too much power and let it go to their heads. She then decided to read the Konoha Laws and Regulations book. With the chosen ones. Kimiko, Dojo, Raimundo, and Omi arrived at Clay's home, which was a cattle farm. The group told Clay and his father that the Lone Star is really the Shingon Wu, Star Hanabi. Well, hold on there. No one's getting this star but Clay, and he won't get it unless he proves that he's a man, Clay's father said. The group was determined to get the Star Hanabi and Clay back to the temple, so they stayed and tried to help Clay become a man. They did chores such as herding the cattle. Omi, on the other hand, was learning how to milk a cow, though Betsy was the only milking cow in the ranch. Though Omi didn't know the proper way to milk a cow, so Betsy kicked Omi out of the barn she was in. To Kimiko, Raimundo, and Omi, these chores were harder than the ones at the temple. Surely Clay would have been called a man by now. I can't take much more of this, even my weights feel heavier than ever, Raimundo complained. Kimiko for once agreed with Raimundo, this was too much. My friends, let us rest as we will be continuing this tomorrow, Omi said. With Naruto. Damn you, Dashi, Naruto said in between punches he threw at an unknown beast protecting the Niji Sojoku. Naruto dodged a swipe at him and countered with a kick to the head. Finally knocking the beast out, Naruto walked up the steps of the pedestal. On the way, one of the steps sunk down that Naruto stepped on. Naruto heard stone doors rise open and saw 9 more of the same beast he fought early. Both the Xiaolin Temple and Texas. Dashi, you no good motherfucker, I'll kick your ass the next time I see you. A shout was heard in most places of the planet. People had wondered who or what could make that loud of a noise. It appears Naruto is facing some of the traps Dashi left in that cave. Feng said to himself. The chosen one also heard Naruto's shout out. Kimiko giggled a little. Omi was asking about two certain words that shouldn't be heard from an 8-year-old. Raimundo wondered why Naruto cursed Dashi and wanted to beat him up, and Clay and his father didn't even want to touch that subject. In Cammy's domain. Cammy was shaking her head. Dashi must have really loved that sword to protect it that well. Dashi was chuckling lightly. Maybe I should warn him about the stone Goliaths and gargoyles too. The Grand Xiaolin Master thought, regretting ever mounting that kind of defense for the most powerful elemental blade that was immune to time and rust. Rouge had a worried look on her face. She hoped that Naruto would be alright. Rouge, Cammy finally snapping Rouge out of her thoughts. Naruto will be alright and he never gives up. Rouge was reassured that Naruto will be alright. While it was true Naruto never gives up, something felt wrong to Rouge back at her home world. In Eggman's broken base. Team Metal sped around the base, looking for many parts and scrap pieces of metal and materials for an artificial chaos energy generator. They were also trying to work under the radar so no Mobian would notice what they're doing. Alright, solder the wire to the motherboard and establish a power output. Commanded. Did said task and got on output reading of only half of what was needed. Continued to look through the notes and plans Eggman left. There may be something there that will give us more power. And left to find the room filled with plans, notes, and blueprints of everything Eggman thought of. Elsewhere on Mobius. A purple cat Mobian was walking through the park, with her thought filled with the blonde shinobi she met a while ago. I like silver, don't I? She mentally asked herself. Blaze the cat, a powerful Mobian with the ability to create and manipulate fire, was unsure that she loved Silver the Hedgehog more or Naruto. There's Silver, maybe I can ask him. Blaze ran to the silver-furred hedgehog. Hey Silver, I need to ask you something. Blaze called out, noticing that Silver stiffened quickly. Why yes, Blaze? Silver kept his back at the purple cat. Blaze was confused as to why Silver wouldn't face her. I just wanted to know if hey, is that my lipstick? Blaze started until she noticed a familiar lipstick container. Silver started sweating. Okay, I have to tell you this. I'm in love with Shadow and I'm going to ask the Chaos Emeralds and Master Emeralds to change me into a female. Silver explained. Blaze suppressed her urge to laugh, but she got her answer. Right, I somehow expected this. Blaze giggled. Silver did have the feminine features and if Silver did become a female, Shadow will have a lot on his hands. After Silver left to do his plan of catching Shadow's attention and changing sexes, Blaze fell on the ground laughing. Oh my god, that is so funny, ha ha ha. Back at the cattle ranch. Clay, Kimiko, Raimundo, and Omi did the same thing as yesterday, feed the cattle, lead them to water, and whatnot. As they were about to head back, Dojo quickly came by. Guys, the Star Hanabi just went active, and to make it worse is Jack Spicer is there. Everyone lightly gasped and ran to the ranch. When they finally arrived, they started fighting the jackbots that were surrounding the ranch. Clay's father was pinned down by two jackbots, and Jack walking towards the adult cowba. I'll take that. Jack pulled the star off of the man's neck. Clay charged through the blockade of jackbots, and knocked off the jackbots holding his father. Clay, get the star. Kimiko yelled as she was ripping through the poorly built bots. Clay saw Jack starting to fly off with the star. Clay lassoed onto one of Jack's feet and pulled. Get back here, you dirty snake. Clay continued pulling the rope. Jack strained the rope enough to snap it, but in doing so he dropped the Shingon Wu. I got it. Clay ran to the Wu, and Jack dived to the same Wu as well. No you don't, Jack said. Jack then pulled out the Orb of Tornami and activated it. Orb of Tornami. The flood water came out the orb, and flooded the whole ranch. Jack Spicer, you forget my element is water. Omi said. A loud moo was heard from the barn. Betsy. Omi yelled and hopped off to save the cow. Clay, Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay's father swam up to the roof of the house. Where's the star? Raimundo asked. Everyone that was on the roof looked around until Clay spotted it floating down a current. I got it. Clay ran towards the Wu again. Jack also dived to get the Wu, both caught the star, causing a showdown to happen. Showdown flashes. The land started to rise up, making small pockets of land. Floating in midair was a really large haystack, with the star Hanabi flying into the pile of hay. Gonwai Tenpai Clay and Jack started their showdown, and they rode pitchforks? I have no idea why they are riding on that. Jack and Clay also made it a Shinibu dare. Jack bet the Orb of Tornami and the Sword of the Storm while Clay bet the Serpent's Tail and the Jetbutsu. The two were flying in and out of the hay pile looking for the Shingon Wu. Dang it, Clay, look in the center, in the center. Clay's father yelled commands, trying to help his son. I'm trying, Daddy. Clay yelled back. Jack was starting to get frustrated and pulled out the Sword of the Storms. This is getting old, Sword of the Storms. The wind powers of the sword caused the hay pile to scatter into the sky, with the star Hanabi as well. Clay, there's the star. Kimiko pointed and to the glowing woo that was flying with the wind. Clay saw the energy the woo as leaving and flew towards it. Jack, being the evil jerk he is, ran interference with his jackbots. Clay was forced back onto a pocket of land after being thrown off of the pitchfork he was riding. For some reason, that sounds wrong. Dang nabbit, no more Mr. Nice Cowboy. Clay grabbed the serpent's tail. Serpent's tail. Clay started flying towards the star Hanabi and intangible. Jackbots, stop him. Jack ordered. The said bots attempted to attack with their claws and blades, but they went through and destroyed each other. A new pitchfork flew towards Clay, and Clay deactivated the woo and got on the pitchfork. Jack was on the opposite side of the floating star, so basically it was a game of chicken. The two charged at each other, either side backing down. Actually, Jack screeched like a girl at the last minute and flew away, allowing Clay to win the showdown. Showdown ending flashes. Clay had won the showdown and also his father's respects. Keep the star, son, I was wrong about you. You are man enough and the temple teaching you to be one. Clay smiled. Thanks, Daddy. Clay got his things and got on dojo. Clay waved at his father on last time before returning to the temple. It's good to have you back, Clay. Raimundo said. It's good to be back, but where was Naruto? Clay asked. Omi and Raimundo wanted the same thing. Yes, where is our friend? Omi asked. He's off to find a legendary sword Dashi hid, and that shout must have been Naruto getting frustrated at one of the traps. Kimiko explained. Naruto's after the Niji Sajoka Ken? With that, we could easily wipe the floor with that blade on our side. Dojo said / asked. With Naruto. Bang bang bang. Naruto was using his chaos energy created guns to take down the stone sentries. Of course he had to shoot off the limbs first. Damn it, Dashi, why in hell's name do you put so many fucking traps? Kit, for once I agree with you there. That blade better be damn powerful to be this well guarded. Naruto shot more of the stone sentries and gargles. Story end. Story start. In Konoha. Jiraiya, being the super pervert he is, was peeking on women for his Aika Aika Paradise book. Unfortunately for him, he got hit by a random flying boulder. Where did that boulder come from? Jiraiya wondered who, other than Tsunade, could throw a boulder like that. With Tsunade. Achu, Tsunade sneezed. I think a pervert is talking about me. If it's the certain white-haired pervert, I'll kick his ass. Tsunade got back to her paperwork. Rookie 9 and Team Guy. Demand you all teach me all your jutsu. Sasuke demanded the team senseis look Uchiha, we aren't going to teach you, you don't command us. So bug off. Asuma said. Sasuke snarled. Sasuke, that's enough. Don't make me report to the Hokage about your behavior. Kakashi threatened. Kiba was on the urge kick the Uchihas, but Shino and Shikamaru remained passive. The girls were disgusted at the Uchiha. Choji was eating ramen so he wasn't paying attention, and the rest of the Rookie 9 and Team Guy hated the Uchiha. Sasuke grumbled and left. Of course he decided to spy on the other clans, steal their jutsu with his Sharingan. Yeah, it appears Sasuke is really losing it. Let's see how Naruto. Naruto was finally walking towards the Niji Sajoka Ken after facing a fucking army of guards that could easily take over the earth by surprise. Seriously, he had to face that many guards just to get to the sword. About time I got to it, though something feels off. Naruto inquired. The Niji Sajoka Ken looked different than other swords he ever saw. The blade itself was a shining polished silver color. In a row at the center of the blade was 5 diamond-shaped jewels in 5 different colors. Red, blue, brown, green, and yellow, each of them represented each main element it could use. The hilt was rounded and had a fine red silk grip. The guard had silver and gold bird-like wings on each side. Naruto grabbed the hilt and pulled, releasing the elemental sword. Alright, I got the Niji Sajoka Ken, though it feels alive. Naruto thought. A sheath appeared on Naruto's back, most likely because of the sword, so he put the sword in the sheath. Naruto turned around and started to leave the dungeon he was in. Xiaolin Temple. The chosen ones were bored. The reason why was because no Shungong-Wu activated. How long has it been? Raimundo asked. 6 weeks, 4 days, 7 hours. Clay answered the question. Kimiko groaned, she was so bored and lonely with Naruto gone. Cheer up, my friends, this gives us more time to do more activities together. Omi suddenly said happily, causing the other 3 to be surprised at the sudden happiness. Later. The group of 4 tried teamwork, but it wasn't working so well and Raimundo, Clay, and Kimiko blamed each other. Omi was trying his best to make all 4 of them friends. Please, my friends, we should work together as friends. Omi pleaded. Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay didn't listen and went their rooms to get away from each other. As the day coursed, 3 of the 4 chosen ones were yelling at each other. Omi, can you please tell Clay that he's in my light? Omi was about to say something, but Clay interrupted. Omi, Tell Kimiko I can meditate anywhere I like. Omi turned his head back to Kimiko to try to say something again, only to be further interrupted. Omi, please tell Kimiko and Clay that they're both giving me a headache. Raimundo shouted, doing a perfect impression of the demon head jutsu Irika uses. Luckily for poor Omi, Dojo came in. Guys, the Shingongu just went active. Oh, no wait, two are going active at the same time. Dojo starts shaking and pointing at two different directions. Jack's place? Jack, Weya shouted with her eyes glowing. Two Shingongu are activating at the no it can't be, three Shingongu are activating at the same time. Jack looked at the ghostly Halen witch. How can I get any woo when someone keeps on eating all my pudding cups? Jack whined. Jack, worry about your stomachy later, we must get those woo. Weya snapped, but started shaking even more. Wait, it's not possible. Both the temple and Jack's place. This is ridiculous. It's not 3 but 4. 4 Shingongu are activating at the same time. Dojo and Weya said at the exact same time. In Eggman's lair with Team Metal. Sorry for the last chapter, I tried to abbreviate metal into AM with a period, but that didn't work. I'm trying something different. Metal Sonic had connected the power cables to the chaos energy generator that he had built himself, or itself. Metal Knuckles was pounding the impurities in the metals to add it to the teleporter. Metal Shadow was working the more advanced stuff. Everything needed to be perfect to teleport with. Soon, my existence as the true Sonic will come true. Metal Sonic thought to itself. Elsewhere on Mobius, Sonic and his friends were talking until a black blur ran past them and spun Amy, whom was about to pounce on Sonic. What the heck was that? Sonic asked. I think that was Shadow, but why is he? Shadow. What up? A familiar yet feminine voice. Then a silver blur flew by with a light green line following it. I'm not even going to ask. Knuckles replied. Cammy's domain. Rouge and Cammy was watching Mobius as Team Metal was building a teleporting gate that will send them into the world where Naruto was. Naruto-kun, please be strong enough to beat those metal knuckleheads. Rouge though with worry. Cammy knew couldn't meddle with affairs on the world so willy-nilly, this has to happen. With the chosen dragons. First up is the Lotus Twister. It can turn the user's limbs like flexible rubber. Dojo began the list of Shingongu. I got this one. Kimiko said, jumping of Dojo and landed in the swampy jungle. Okay, next is the Lonja Kite, which allows you to fly with the wings of a dragon. Dojo read from the scroll. As long as it gets my away from the others, I'll catch some rays. Raimundo landed on an island for find the woo that's there. Then there's the tongue of Siping, allowing you to talk to animals. Hui, I'll gather this woo Dojo. Clay said in a cocky attitude that Raimundo should have. Clay ran off to find the tongue in the frozen wasteland he was in. Finally there's the Sun Chi Lantern, which combines Chi with anyone around you. But I tell ya, hot, cold, and hot again is not good for my skin. Dojo complained. Omi started his quest to find the Sun Chi Lantern in the desert sands. At Jack's place. Jack was preparing to leave gather the Shingongu, but Weya stopped him. Jack, in order to gain the Shingongu, I called some old acquaintances, Weya said. Out of nowhere, a girl in a cat suit came into view and ticked off Jack. Next came a white robot that could transform into other forms, and finally was a really fat man in a ninja suit. Oh no, not them. Jack whined. Catnap laughed a small bit. What's the matter, Jackie? Upset because you can't gather all the woo by yourself, or that Weya here has a better plan than you do? Catnap taunted. Jack was really ticked. No, make that piss beyond hell. Weya intervened. Now is not the time to torment Jack, we can do that later. Hey, nobody torments me. Jack yelled out, but was ignored. Right now we must use the old tactic you humans call the divide and conquer tactic. With it, we will defeat those Xiaolin pests once and for all. Weya finished as the chameleon bot morphed its head into the same faces as the 4 Xiaolin chosen ones. Later in the swamplands, Kimiko had searched the swamp for the Lotus Twister, and was getting frustrated. I wish I could do Naruto's shadow clone jutsu, then this woo would have been found by me already. Kimiko heard a purring-like sound. Catnap, what are you doing here? Trying to seal the woo? Kimiko demanded. Catnap gave her catty smirk. You hit the nail on the head. Kimiko went into her battle stance, until the two saw the Lotus Twister floating down the water in the swamp. The two beautiful girls made a jump of the woo. At the island, Raimundo was lazily searching for the Lonja Kite on the nice, relaxing, calm island. Basically you get the general idea, even I would do the same. He finally found the dang thing after a few hours of walking and searching. As Raimundo picked up the woo, he saw a sexy blonde in a red lifeguard bikini. Jiraiya, I thought I'd sex it up a bit. Ignika, damn it Jiraiya, no interrupting the story. May I have that kite? The sexy blonde asked, bending over to show Raimundo her assets. Raimundo, being the horn dog and his slightly awake and perverted nature, almost gave the woman the woo. I would like to, but Raimundo trailed off when he saw the woman's legs change into the chameleon bot's legs. I don't give things to strangers. Raimundo finished. The chameleon bot tilted its head to the left before changing its arms back and made a grab for the longe kite. Raimundo, not letting go of the kite, refused to let the chameleon bot gain control of the Wu. With Clay. Clay wanted to find the Wu quick and get out of the frozen wasteland. He's from Texas, it's only natural for him to dislike the cold a bit. Unlike those that are used to the cold temperatures, like Wisconsinites or other people that live in areas that are really cold in wintertime. Where is that tongue? Clay asked himself. Why don't you try looking over there? Tobimura said. Clay saw that Tobimura was close to the tongue and made a run for the Wu. Tobimura began his part of the plan and let Clay make it in time for a Shaolin showdown. With Omi in the desert. Omi had found the Sun-Chi lantern on a shriveled, dead tree branch in a sand hill. The Sun-Chi lantern! Omi shouted. As Omi ran towards the Shingon Wu, Jack hovered in by his hover pack. Ha ha, hello Opie. Jack Spicer, you are not going to take that Wu for your evil purposes, Omi said in his battle stance. I'd like to see you try. Both Omi and Jack grabbed the lantern. I challenge you to a Shaolin showdown, my monkey staff against your orb of Torami. With Kimiko and Catnap. My shroud of shadows against you, Star Hanabi, Catnap stated in her showdown with Kimiko. With Clay and Tobimura. Tobimura cleared his throat. I wager my changing chopsticks against your serpent's tail. With Raimundo and the chameleon bot. My fist of Tebagong against your falcon's eye. The chameleon bot attempted to start a showdown with Raymond. All 4 chosen dragons. I accept. Let's go, Shaolin showdown. All 4 said, each doing a different kind of showdown. With Naruto. Naruto was finally out of the cave that held the Niji Sujoku Ken and wanted to train with its power. I wonder how the others are doing? I hope they're alright without me, even Ms. Kimiko-chan enough to want to make out with her long and hard. Naruto thought. But why do I have a feeling that something is wrong? Naruto shrugged his shoulders and ran to the direction of the temple. Running at the supersonic speeds, Naruto would surely make it in no time. What Naruto doesn't know is the trouble that's happening to the 4 Shaolin dragons. Back with Team Metal. They were finally finished. Team Metal had finished building the artificial chaos energy generator and the dimensional gate. Metal Sonic also had created a smaller version of the generator just in case. Metal Sonic knows very little of the blonde boy. Master, we have the coordinates in the gate and ready. Shall we proct? Metal Shadow asked. Metal Sonic nodded. Yes, once we find the blonde boy and destroy him, we will be able to destroy our weak organic fakers. Metal Sonic deled. Metal Knuckles tapped his metal knuckles together. Finally, I get to pound on that brat. Let's go. Metal Knuckles yelled, pumping his fist in the air. Down, Metal Knuckle boy, we still don't know the extent of the boy's power. Metal Sonic commanded. Unfortunately, Metal Knuckles' shout-out was heard by a certain purple feline that noticed some strange activity over the last week. I won't let them harm Naruto-kun. Blaze thought, and she jumped in. Team Metal didn't notice Blaze until she jumped in front of him. I'm not letting you harm Naruto. Blaze let out a flaming sparks. Insolent pest. Once I deal with you, I will travel to find this Naruto and destroy him. Metal Sonic and the other 2 robots started fighting Blaze. With Kimiko and Catnap. Kimiko's showdown was to get to the Lotus Twister before your opponent. The hard part was to avoid the crocodiles, or were they alligators? Catnap had a huge lead on chasing the Wu. The even odder thing of the showdown is the 2 girls are driving jet boats. I have to find that Lotus Twister before Catnap, Kimiko thought. Kimiko found the Lotus floating by and jumped out of the boat, leaping off of each lily pad. Catnap smirked at Kimiko and pulled out her cell phone. Operator, please connect me to Kimiko Tohamiko. Catnap said into her cell phone. Kimiko's cell phone gave of a loud ringtone and the lilipad she was on started rocking, but the lilipad she was on wasn't a lilipad. As it turned out, it was one of the gators, causing Kimiko to lose balance and had to jump on a tree. Kimiko's cell phone rang again and the gators started to try to chomp at her. Kimiko crawling up higher into the tree, then threw her cell phone to make the gators follow the ringing cell phone. Kimiko sighed in anger, and she saw Catnap with the Lotus Twister with her catty smirk. I win, Catnap said in a playful tone. Taking out a net gun, Catnap fired a net and captured Kimiko, who was struggling to get out. With Clay and Tobimura. Clay's showdown challenge was a race to the Wu and having to avoid and get through the obstacles, and Tobimura was keeping up pretty well for a fat ninja wannabe. Clay and Tobimura had dodged the flying snowballs and falling ice boulders. Before they could go any further, they were stopped by a large ice wall that went on for a long ways. Clay pulled out the serpent's tail out of his hat. Serpent's tail, Clay said, activating the Wu and flew through the ice. That hardly seems fair, Tobimura complained. Clay, still flying intangibly through the ice, noticed that Tobimura was running next to the ice wall where it wasn't blocked and keeping up with Clay. Well, I'll be a donkey's uncle, he's keeping up, Clay thought. Clay finally came out of the ice wall. The tongue of Saiping was only a few meters away. Both Clay and Tobimura were on opposite ends of the Wu. The only problem for the two large men was the ice was thin and cracking. Clay was about to distribute his weight evenly, but he was smacked in the face by a fish. Tobimura was throwing fish around Clay's position. What in tarnation are you doing? Clay asked. Tobimura chuckled. Throwing out a snack. Sorry, but I'm more of a steak kind of guy. Clay dodged another dead fish that was thrown. They aren't for you. Tobimura sneered. Suddenly, seals came up and started eating the fish that were around Clay, breaking the ice underneath the cowboy. Changing chopsticks. Tobimura activated the Wu he got from Jack and gently tiptoed to the tongue. The tongue is mine, Tobimura said in a small high-pitched voice. Do you have a blanket to spare? Clay asked. Tobimura, now back to original size, pulled out a sack and captured Clay. With Raimundo and the chameleon bot. The logic kite flew off and hid from sight. The Shingon Wu hides and we seek it. The chameleon bot said in the same female voice it had when it was disguised as a woman. I got the edge with the falcon's eye, Raimundo said as he took out his chosen Wu. The two didn't know the added challenge of the showdown was to be underwater, so a tsunami that was big enough to sink an island crashed into the same island. Underwater, the chameleon bot changed back into the woman, somehow not changing back when in the water. Raimundo was above the surface of the water and took a deep breath for diving underwater. As Raimundo swam down, using the falcon's eye to locate the longikite, noticed that the chameleon bot changed again into a shark. Dodging the attempted bite and grabbing on one of its fins, Raimundo tried attacking the metal shark, only for it to change into an octopus or squid. I don't know what type it is because it was so crudely built, and wrapped one of its tentacles around Raimundo. The octopus, or squid, formed chameleon bot turned its head and grabbed the Shingon Wu, thus winning the showdown. Man, the Xiaolin Warriors is on a losing streak here. Okay, you got the Wu, so leave, Raimundo said angrily. The chameleon bot put the kite on its back and used a special capture arm Jack installed that binded Raimundo's arms and body. With Raimundo captured, the transforming robot took off to Jack's lair for the plan to finish. With Omi and Jack. Omi and Jack's showdown was to get to the Wu first through the desert, and his showdown had a twist with it. Both Omi and Jack had to carry a glass of water, and they can't spill a drop. Omi was having a bit of a hard time because there was a sandstorm, and it threatened to blow the glass out of his hand. Jack was having an easier time because of the monkey staff turned him into a half-human and half-monkey person. Because of this, Jack could carry the glass with his tail and still keep his hands free. Don't worry, Opie, I left you a few friends while I'm gone, ha ha, Jack said as he activated his desert model of his Jackbots. They're upgrades, get it, upgrades, ha ha ha. Jack joked lamely, your joke is most obvious, SP? Jack Spicer, Omi said as he started to fight the Jackbots. Ah, you're no fun anyway, Jack continued. Water, Omi yelled out as he ripped through the upgraded Jackbots. Omi landed and caught his glass of water that flew out of his hands during the fight with the Jackbots, but this gave Omi an idea. Jack was nearing the Sunshi Lantern, that is until Omi ran at a fast speed and used Jack as a stepping stone and ran up to the tree that held the Sunshi Lantern. Hey, your water. Jack was about to complain. Omi spit his water back into the glass he had. I win your showdown with a twist, Jack Spicer. Jack could only leave the monkey staff and hover away with his head down. Back with Blaze and Team Metal. Blaze wasn't having the easiest of times. She was facing 3 super powerful robots built by Eggman to defeat Sonic. Blaze was lucky to have only minor injuries. I can't keep this up. These things are hard to melt with my fire, Blaze thought. I've had enough of you pests, move or be destroyed. Metal Sonic threatened. Metal Shadow had weaponry and Metal Knuckles had his power-enhanced fists ready to attack Blaze with. Blaze jumped at Metal Sonic, knocking the blue metal hedgehog onto the control panel of the dimensional gate. The gate activated, opening a portal to who knows where. Metal Sonic, being in a pissed-off mood now, threw Blaze at the portal. Let's move, we can deal with her later, Metal Sonic commanded. The other 2 metals nodded and hopped in the portal, not knowing that the crushed controls was randomly changing courses of the world they were going to. With Naruto. Naruto had been running for a few hours and decided to take a break. He was eating some of the food rations he packed, and was thinking on some jutsu to create. Let me think, me making a fire jutsu would surely piss Sasuke off. Something to incorporate the burning life of a phoenix. Fire style, Phoenix Whirlwind Jutsu or Fire style, Phoenix Feather Barrage Jutsu. Naruto thought, creating some jutsu ideas in the process, only thinking of something that will piss off Sasuke real bad. A portal opened up, Naruto noticing it and getting ready for battle. What caught Naruto off guard was an unconscious Blaze falling out of it. Blaze, Naruto ran to the purple cat and picked her up. Blaze groaned lightly. Naruto-kun? Blaze asked, causing a small smile to appear on Naruto's face. Yes, Blaze. It's me. Naruto answered. Blaze smiled and hugged Naruto tightly, then passed out from the pain she still has. I better get her back to the temple, maybe they can help her. Naruto carried Blaze bridal style and ran to the temple. In Konoha, Sasuke was trying to mimic the Hyuga taijutsu style, but he couldn't get it right for some reason. Why can't I get this damn taijutsu down? Sasuke thought loudly in his head. Copying and mastering a style are two different things, and that style is to incorporate the Byakugan, not the Sharingan. A voice was heard but not seen. Where are you? Who are you? Show yourself, Sasuke demanded. Hey, in due time boy, in due time, the voice said as it vanished. Sasuke was looking around with his Sharingan blazing, searching where the voice originated. After a few minutes of searching, Sasuke roared in anger of not finding the one who he heard. I will have whatever power I do not have and claim it my own, as all future Uchiha will, Sasuke thought. Danzo's lair. Danzo was displeased. His plans are not working like they are supposed to. I will have the QB container, even if I have to destroy Konoha to do so, the old warhawk said to himself. At the Xiaolin temple, Omi ran to the bedrooms. My friends, I got the Sunshi lantern. Master Feng walked in. They are not here, Omi, Master Feng said, turning on the lights. They have been captured by the Heilin forces. I'm afraid you and Naruto are left. Omi couldn't believe it. His friends have been captured and it felt like it was his fault. Omi, don't blame yourself. The old divide and conquer tactic was used, Naruto said, coming out of his room. When I heard they were captured, I was about to blame myself for not being there. Master Feng told me it wasn't, and this might have happened even if I was there, Naruto explained. Master Feng nodded, knowing full well of Wea's tactics. But our friends are in danger, Omi countered. I know, but I think I have a plan, Naruto said with a smirk. Whatever it is, count me in, Blaze said, coming out of Naruto's room with a few bandages on her. Naruto tried to get Blaze back into bed, but she wouldn't listen. Naruto, I know you're concerned about me, but I can handle myself. It will take more than a few scratches to hurt me seriously. Blaze smiled her cat-like smile. Naruto chuckled and shook his head. Well, then there's no stopping you. Omi was confused about Blaze being a talking cat, but Naruto said he would explain things later. Later at Jack Spicer's lair. I know about packing light, but just the Sunshi lantern is a little ridiculous, Dojo said, dropping off Omi. It is all I need. Besides, there is still Naruto's plan. Dojo nodded. He had listened to Naruto's plan, and it was brilliant. Omi jumped through the weak security and took down one of the motion lights. Omi jumped in an open window and gripped to the ceiling, hiding from a patrolling Jackbot. The same Jackbot was checking its claws and adjusting its helmet. Omi was getting annoyed that the bot won't leave. The said Jackbot noticed Omi clutching the wooden beam and tried to capture said monk. Instead of Omi being captured, the bot was destroyed from a few martial art attacks he learned when he was growing up in the temple. After taking care of the Jackbot, Omi continued to sneak around Jack's lair to find his friends. Finding a door that led to the basement, Omi found his friends gagged and shackled to a wall. My friends, I have saved you, Omi said as he quickly removed the tape gags from the other 3 chosen monks. Now you can thank me. Omi, run. It's a trap. Get out of here. Kimiko, Clay, and Raimunda said quickly. That was not the thanks I was looking for. Well, it seems that little Omi came to save his friends. But what he didn't expect was us waiting. Weya said as Jack, Catnap, Tobimura, and the chameleon bot stepped out of the shadows. Omi got into his fighting stance. Prepare to be defeated. Weya cackled. Get him. Weya ordered. The 4 villains attacked Omi, whom was ready to fight. The chameleon bot changed into a lion and tried to claw at Omi, but Omi flipped the transforming robot towards a shelf. Catnap tripped Omi and the 4 started a dog pile on Omi. Now that we have captured the 4 Xiaolin monks, nothing will stop us. Weya cackled. Omi smirked. I did not come alone, Weya. Jack laughed. Even if you did bring backup, it won't help you Xiaolin losers. Jack jumped off the dog pile and attempted to go for the Sunshi lantern, only to see it was no longer around Omi's neck. What the? Where's the Sunshi lantern? Jack asked. Up here. An unfamiliar, except for Omi, said. Everyone looked up to see a purple humanoid cat holding the lantern. The cat smirked and threw the Sunshi lantern to someone that made Jack wet himself. Naruto. Kimiko shouted. Naruto nodded. Yep, and I'd like you to meet Blaze the cat. Blaze's hands combusted into fire claws and slashed the bindings on Raimundo, Kimiko, and Clay. Thanks, and I never thought to see a fire-using cat. Kimiko complimented. Thanks, we fire users have to stick together. Hello, big battle about to happen here. Naruto yelled out as Tobimura, Catnap, and the chameleon bot got off Omi. Ha ha ha, this should be huh? We are recognized the sword on Naruto's back. The Niji Sajoka Ken. Where did you get that blade? Weird demanded. Naruto scratched the back of his head. I got it in an underground cave, where I spent weeks in, that was filled with enough guards to take over the world for you. Too bad I either wasted them, broke them, or injured them beyond healing. Naruto explained. Anyway, time for butt kicking. Omi, you ready? Omi nodded and got into his fighting stance. Naruto held up the Sun-Chi Lantern. Sun-Chi Lantern. Naruto noticed that the 4 chosen ones did indeed have chakra systems, but the chakra coils were small and undertrained. I'm going to give them some of my chakra for now, but I'll have to train them hard later. Naruto though. Naruto started glowing gold as he chakra/chi left his body and went into the 4 Shaolin monks. I know I'm fucking up the Wu's powers, but it's necessary for this story. The 4 chosen ones felt filled with energy. Whoa, I feel like I can take on an armada of jackbots, Raimundo said. Blaze laughed. I'm already supercharged, so let's kick their butts. Me and Kimiko got the cat lady. Blaze and Kimiko ran to fight Catnap. Clay, you and Omi got Tobimura while Raimundo and I take care of the chameleon bot go. With Kimiko, Blaze, and Catnap. So, who's the cat-like hottie? Catnap asked while trying to claw at Kimiko and Blaze. The fox-like hottie is Naruto. Me, Kimiko, and any other girls agreed to share him. Blaze explained. What Catnap was caught off guard by the sharing the blonde part, giving Kimiko and Blaze the opportunity to attack. Fire, Kimiko and Blaze used their element, and sent Catnap flying out of the room. Let's see if the others are alright. Kimiko and Blaze ran off to help the others, mainly Naruto, and aid them in any way, even if it meant getting in bed with Naruto hee. With Omi, Clay, and Tobimura. Omi and Clay were having a tough time fighting the large blob of fat in a ninja suit known as Tobimura. Omi's kicks have bounced of the fat stomachy. How do we fight such a large enemy? Omi asked. Clay shrugged his shoulders. Dunno, but let's keep hammering him till one of our attacks hit. Clay charged and tackled Tobimura, only to be bounced back. Hey Clay, Omi need help? Kimiko asked. That would be most appreciated, Kimiko, Omi said. Kimiko did a jump flip kick on Tobimura's head. Ow, why did you do that? Tobimura whined as he clenched his head that now had a headache. Earth Clay kicked the fat ninja wannabe through the wall, using the power he got from the Shingon-Wu. Naruto, Raimundo, Chameleon Bot. I am seriously going to train you guys in teamwork and work on you chakra coils, Naruto said in between slashes. The transforming robot changed into Metal Octopus and tried to grab the 2 boys. Naruto dodged and slashed away a few metal tentacles. Take that, you ugly motherfucker. Naruto channeled lightning chakra through the blade and threw lightning in the air and shut down the robot's system. That's one way to take done on Spicer's bots, Raimundo remarked. Right, now let's take care of Spicer, Naruto said as Blaze, Kimiko, Clay, and Omi arrived. Spicer, being the sissy coward he is, screamed and fled. Or he could just run away, that works too. Naruto finished. Let's grab some Wu before the other villains get back up. Later. Everyone was on Dojo's back, each carrying a Wu. I guess our teamwork does need working on, Raimundo said. I hear y'all, Raimundo. Clay agreed, holding the tongue of Saiping. It's alright guys, my team also had problems working together for a while, you just have to trust you teammates, and Naruto was interrupted by laughing, even he laughed too because he sounded like Master Fun. At the Akatsuki lair. The leader of the Akatsuki was becoming annoyed from the Kyuubi Jinchuriki's disappearance. Where in the 9 layers of hell is he? No matter, we will find him and extract the Kyuubi. The blue-hair woman was concerned for her leader's well-being. Pain-san, I know we need the Kyuubi for the final piece of our plan, but you've been up for 4 days since the disappearance. Shocking, isn't it? You're right, Conan, I should rest. It just bothers me that some woman appeared and took the boy somewhere we can't find him. The newly dubbed Pain said. Conan nodded. Yes, it bothers me too, but he will return to Konoha 3 years from now. That I'm sure of. Back in Konoha. Sakura was in bed, feeling even more guilty of what she said to Naruto 4 days ago. She felt it was her fault that Naruto was banished. Stop with the guilt already. It's not your damn fault. I'm sure Naruto will forgive you, sometime when he comes back. He won't, not after what I did. I hurt him too badly. He might hate me now. Sakura thought to her inner self. You have a point there, but he will forgive you for what you did, being the kind-hearted person he is. Sakura hoped her inner self was right. Elsewhere in Konoha. Tsunade had gotten a report of Sasuke's status and activites. It seems the Uchiha tried stealing the Gentile fist style, but failed to copy and master it. It seems the Uchiha has overstepped his boundaries. Punishment time. Tsunade thought of the perfect punishment, one that will make even the most powerful ninja cringe in fear. 5 months of D-ranked missions with no pay, forbidden to use jutsu above D-rank as well. Sasuke was so screwed. Jiraiya came in. I just contacted the Toads and from I know, Naruto hasn't summoned them in a while. Wherever he is, he's hiding pretty well. Tsunade sighed. Let's hope he does come back soon, the Uchiha is becoming more and more unstable. At this rate and the council kissing his ass, the Uchiha will try to defect again, even if he has to kill someone. Jiraiya frowned. We can't have that, we should make sure he's stuck here. Should I apply a seal on the Uchiha so he doesn't try to leave? Tsunade rubbed her chin. That is a great idea, but the council will try to find a way to remove the seal. The council was the only problem, they let the power go to their heads and put it up their ass. Damn assholes, I should find a way fast to remove them from power. At Hawaii. Gra, I'm going to kill that stupid cat for messing with the controls, Metal Sonic roared. Well, you should have expected it when she pushed ya. Metal Knuckles remarked. No matter, we are in the same world the boy's chaos energy is. It will be difficult to track because of some kind of interference of the sensors. Metal Shadow added, checking its scanner in its arm. Clenching its metal fist, Metal Sonic commanded. Find the boy no matter what, even if there is interferences. Metal Shadow and Meta Knuckles nodded and ran out to search for Naruto. Soon, I will find you, boy, and destroy you. Back at the Xiaolin Temple. Naruto had started the chakra exercises for the chosen dragons. Omi has great control over his chakra, but needed to increase it dramatically. Kimiko has perfect control like Sakura and has average genin chakra. Clay had less control over chakra and had at least high genin level. Raimundo was different, he almost had no control and had average chakra level. Naruto had them do the leaf balancing techniques and tree walking exercise, improving chakra levels and control. Alright, that's enough, guys. Good work, everyone, at this rate, you'll be at least Chunin level soon, Naruto said. Kimiko hugged Naruto and ran up to talk to Blaze. I do feel stronger, Omi said. Raimundo agreed. Yeah, I'm better than you by now. Naruto rose an eyebrow. No, it takes lots and lots of training to take on a high-rank ninja like me, Naruto explained, crashing Raimundo's hopes. There, Rai, y'all get there one day. As the guys went up to grab a bite to eat. I'm going to miss this place when I have to leave, Naruto thought. Later. Everyone, a new Wu went active. We better get it before Spicer does, Dojo said as he went into his giant form. Naruto and the monks got on as Blaze wanted to stay behind just in case of any sneak attacks on the temple. Blaze gave Naruto a hug. You better come back in one piece, Naruto, Blaze said seriously. Naruto nodded, not needing to enrage the purple feline. At a forest. Dojo tracked the Wu inside a forest somewhere in Canada. Omi was looking for the Wu until he looked into a squirrel's home and was attacked by one. The squirrel was throwing its stored nuts at Omi, whom ran until he tripped on a tree root and found the heart-shaped Wu he was looking for. Unfortunately, Jack was there and was about to grab the heart of Zhang. As both grabbed the Wu, Naruto, Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay made it to hear the challenge. Jack Spicer, I challenge you to a Xiaolin showdown. The challenge is gathering acorns, Omi said. Everyone rose an eyebrow. Like a squirrel? Jack asked. Yes, squirrels are formidable warriors. Everyone's sweat dropped. Okay, better up Omi's training. Naruto thought as Kimiko, Clay, and Raimundo thought the same thing. Showdown flashes. The trees grew into unimaginable sizes. Gongi Tenpai. The two challengers shouted. Omi had bet the Jetbutsu and Jack bet the Lotus Twister. Omi, having the upper hand with the Jetbutsu, was defying gravity and hovered to different branches to gather more acorns. Jack also used his Wu, but was picking them slowly. Pick up the pace, Jack. I yelled. Hey, I'm picking as fast as my rubbery arms can, Jack yelled back. Omi had a bigger pile of acorns than Jack had. Yeah, go Omi, Kimiko shouted. Naruto knew it was too early to celebrate, Jack still hasn't cheated yet. Omi hovered towards another branch in high speed, but Jack stretched his arm in Omi's path, causing the young monk to crash and bump into a lot of trees. The trees shook violently and acorns started falling towards a happy Jack. Ending flashes. The heart of Zhang slowly levitated to Jack's hands. Haha, take that Zaylin Loa. Jack gloated until he started running away from an incoming missile, Naruto's doing. It's alright, Omi, it's not like there's an underscore and underscore of underscore all underscore life underscore as underscore we underscore no underscore it kind of threat is coming, Raimundo said. Cammy's domain. Cammy, Shinigami, with the scary, movable mask off of his face, and Rouge were watching both Naruto's current status and Konoha. Honey, may I go and really intimidate the council? Shinigami asked. Cammy smiled. Sure, and go ahead and tell them why QB attacked and that Naruto is our avatar. But we don't tell them we're his parents. Shinigami nodded. He knows to keep secrets. In the council chamber. Tsunade, we of the council demand that you sign the Uzumaki's execution papers. A fat civilian Ashura council member demanded. Tsunade snarled. No, I will not. You assholes just want him dead because you think he's the fox. Yasha roared back. He is a demon and deserves to die. Naruto Uzumaki is not the Kyuubi no Kitsune, Shinigami said, appearing out of nowhere. I should know because it is my seal and power keeping the fox in. Yasi smirked. Well, you must have done a pretty lousy job. That demon is still regaining its power. Shinigami's eye twitched. You're really a smug bitch to say that to the Shinigami you fool fears so much. Everyone paled except Yasha, whom was being an abaka whore she is. Still a lousy job of even the so-called god of death. Now this was getting annoying. For the love of Cammy, you really are a bitch. No matter, the Uzumaki boy cannot be found by you or your shinobi. He is also mine and Cammy's avatar. I will also not train the Uchiha, so take that bitch. Shinigami left the room full of intimidated civilians and ninja, except Yasha wasn't scared. She thought that the guy was a fake Shinigami. Back at the temple. Naruto, Kimiko, Raimundo, Clay came back to the temple on dojo. Hello young ones, were you able to obtain the Wu? Master Feng asked. Everyone shook their head. No master, we did not. Omi said sadly. Don't worry young monk, Shingon Wu will come and go. Tell me, what Shingon Wu was it? Feng was curious at what Wu was won in a showdown. The heart of Jiang, Naruto said. Master Feng turned into a pale, dead blue color. Then it is the end of all life as we know it. Everyone gasped and Naruto slapped the back of Raimundo's head. Ow, why did you hit me? 'Cause you jinxed us, Clay said. You said could it's not like there's an underscore and underscore of underscore all underscore life underscore as underscore we underscore no underscore it underscore threat. I reckon this qualifies as one. Naruto shook his head. I'll look to see why it's a problem in the Shingon Wu scroll. Naruto ran to the room where the scroll was kept. Later. The remaining Shingon Wu was gathered and put into a trunk to carry. You must flee young ones, the threat of 10,000 years of darkness will come close. Feng said. The group knew that the Wu monster, Mala Mala Jiang, will come for the Wu to grow more powerful. The chosen ones, Naruto, and Blaze took off on dojo towards Empty Hong. Master Feng didn't know they were heading to the mountain and prepared the other temple monks for battle. Jack's lair. After narrowly escaping the missile Naruto used against him, Jack had returned to his little lair. Okay, now follow my instructions carefully. Wuya gave out the instructions to put together Mala Mala Jiang. First he had to place the helmet of Jiang at the top end of the table, the 2-ton tunic as a torso, the jetbutsu as feet, the fist of Tebegong as the left hand and the third arm sash as the right arm. The eye of Dashi was used as a badge. Finally Shroud of Shadows was used as a cape. Now we have one piece left. Wuya grinned. A carrot nose? Jack asked, holding up a carrot. No you fool, the heart of Jiang. Wuya yelled at Jack. Jack placed the heart of Jiang inside the tunic and waited. After a few seconds the heart started beating at a high rate and shot out blue fire. The tunic turned into its active form, with blue fire coming out of it. The flames went into the fist of Tebegong, wrapped around the third arm sash. The blue flames also went inside the jetbutsu, making the feet. Finally Mala Mala Jiang's flaming head appeared out of the helmet of Jiang. Mala Mala Jiang got up from the table and started walking up. He's your replacement, Wuya said as she flew off to give Mala Mala Jiang commands. Jack's jaw became slack and was too stunned for words, although he was mad that Wuya threw him away like a plaything. Later at night the temple. Mala Mala Jiang was marching towards the temple, under orders of Wuya to gain more Wu. They met some resistance by the monks inhabiting the temple, but it was nothing Mala Mala couldn't handle. All the monks could do was fight back with bows, staffs and arrows, which was useless against a being made out of Shingon Wu. You're too late Wuya, the chosen ones have already fled with the Shingon Wu. Even I don't know where they are, Master Feng said. Wuya roared. At Mount Hong. The group of heroes were sitting around a fire, that provided by Blaze. We need a plan to beat Mala Mala Jiang, Kimiko said. Naruto had an idea of Mala Mala Jiang's weakness. If we can take out the heart, Mala Mala Jiang will go back to being just plain Shingon Wu. The only thing is we need something to hold him off until we get the heart of Jiang out. Naruto explained. We could use the serpent's tail to slip through the 2-ton tunic, Clay added. Omi shook his head. It would be no good, the Mala Mala Jiang would use the eye of Dashi against us. While the others were making a plan, Raimundo slipped out unnoticed and with the sword of the storm. Back at the temple. Raimundo was surveying the damage and saw Master Feng laying on the ground. Master Feng. Raimundo ran towards the old monk. Raimundo, I told you not to return. Do you have any idea what you have done? Master Feng went into unconsciousness. Raimundo thought he heard something behind him. Behind Raimundo was indeed the known invincible Heilin warrior, Mala Mala Jiang. The sword of the storm flew out of Raimundo's hand and straight into Mala Mala Jiang's hands. Mala Mala Jiang then grabbed Raimundo and back pushed him against the wall. Well, if it isn't Raimundo. Maybe you can tell me where your friends are, Wuya said. Like I would tell you in anything, Raimundo remarked. Wuya had expected this from a person like Raimundo. Instead, Wuya shrunk down and went inside Raimundo's head. Inside, Wuya found the location of the other monks and remaining Wu. They're at Mount Hong. The two went off to Mount Hong. Mount Hong. Damn it, Rai, I'm going to make you do so many laps that your legs will fall off, Naruto yelled. Kimiko and Blaze sweat dropped and laughed a little. Poor Raimundo is going to get his ass handed to him later. Right now the plan had to be done. Alright Omi, you know what to do, Kimiko said. Omi nodded and used the serpent's tail to try to head to the center of the earth, still has some left over of Naruto's Tenkin chakra, to get the golden tiger claws. Naruto ran out of the cave to stall for more time. Naruto, you better come back in one piece, both Blaze and Kimiko thought. With Wuya and Mala Mala Jiang. Mala Mala Jiang and Wuya were nearing the mountain, but before Mala Mala Jiang could continue any further, Naruto kicked the Wu-made monster and continually snapping his fingers, using chaos energy to induce invisible attacks. You, Wuya said with venom in her voice. Yep, it's me. Naruto smirked as he stopped snapping his fingers and punched Mala Mala Jiang into a rock wall. Wuya, I'm not letting you get the Shingon Wu, but I'm not going to destroy you either. I see in your ghostly eyes the pain you suffered in the past, Naruto said. Wuya didn't believe Naruto but kept in mind to ask later. Mala Mala Jiang got up and started to attack Naruto. Naruto blocked an incoming Sword of the Storm with the Niji Sujoku Ken, making it dead even in terms of power. I'm wondering if Dashi's an idiot for making so many Wu and can be turned evil, Naruto thought as he continued to fight Mala Mala Jiang. The fight was scaling up into heights as they trying to slash each other into bits with their swords. Hey, this boy is definitely going to give me powerful descendants. Wuya thought of trying to swing Naruto when she gets her body back or just make him a sex toy and for her devious pleasures. With Omi. Omi was jumping from cool black lava stones that are still hot from the temperature of the magma of the near center of the earth. Oh ouch shao, the golden tiger claws, OW. Omi grabbed the gold claw gauntlet that was still hot and activated it, teleporting back to the surface. Back with Naruto. Naruto was backing up slowly towards the cave, as his part of the plan required it. Kimiko, Clay, and Blaze also helped by using the Shingon Wu and powers. No matter what you do, Mala Mala Jiang is invincible. Wuya gloated until Mala Mala started scratching its chest in pain. What? What's going on? A slash appeared out of nowhere that only the golden tiger claws can do. Out of the teleporting slash came Omi with the heart of Jiang in his hands. Without the heart, Mala Mala Jiang was no more and became a pile of Wu. And Wuya roar then fled the scene for her loss. Later. The temple was quickly repaired thanks to Naruto's shadow clones. I am pleased to say that you all have reached the next level, Master Feng said as he handed sashes to Omi, Clay, and Omi. Blaze didn't want one and Naruto was learning quickly of their martial arts. Master Feng, I didn't get one, Raimundo said. I am sorry Raimundo, but you are not yet ready for the level of Xiaolin apprentice. Master Feng explained to Raimundo. Oh, I get it. They get rewarded for defeating Mala Mala Jiang, but I get left behind because I tried to help fight the same guy. That's it, I'm done with this. I get no appreciation. Raimundo stormed out of the main gate of the temple. Raimundo, Omi shouted as he tried run towards Raimundo's direction, only to be stopped by Master Feng. Let him go, young one, he needs to find his own path. Story end. What if Cammy banished Naruto give power large harem? And thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoy this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel, and leave a like if you guys need the next part, comment down, and thanks for watching the video, and see you guys in the next video.